Hello, hello, hello. Very good evening to you. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. My name is Fee. And we are here this evening with the fantastic Jewellery Maker, Mr. Marky Mark. Hello, good evening, darling.
When was the last time we worked together? Must be 6 weeks.
I think so, yes.
Something like that, isn't it?
I think it's a while. Yeah. It's over a month, isn't it?
It certainly is, yes.
Now, we are actually going to do some work tonight, but we have just been catching up on the Strictly Gossip, if I'm honest.
We have,
so, if you don't mind, we'll just add in a bit of Jewellery Maker while we just add some Strictly... Because we can't wait for tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, isn't it? Can't wait, no, can't wait.
Shall we launch a early flyer 5 o'clocker? Because I never remember. I almost saved myself there, but I got it wrong tonight. The 5 o'clock flyer. Let's do it, and then we'll talk some more to Marky Mark. He's got a fantastic kit that he's going to introduce us to with some wonderful designs. We know he's delightful. He's got his eye on me nuggety goodness at 5:30, and I'm going to start with my 5 o'clock flyer, and then we can talk some more. Because oh my goodness, he's been filling me in on the gossip. I can't wait for tomorrow night. Alrighty, so much to tell you about. So many goodies on the show. So let's start with, it's almost like you buy one, you get the other one absolutely free. We have got our copper wire. Look at that for baby candy. I mean, that is Barbie pink, isn't it? 0.4, 100 meters. Isn't that a deliciously pretty colour? That is just pure pinkety goodness. Then we have it in the silver, the 0.4 as well. So it's a bizarre that we have a one giant spool and one mini spool, but they are both 100 meters of each, and they are both 0.4. And it doesn't matter because it's one postage and packaging, no matter what the size of the parcel or how heavy it is. And it is going to be an absolute 5 o'clock flyer, an absolute bargain, or a flyer for the 5 o'clock. Whatever you do, don't miss out. If you already bought with the lovely Jenny this morning, or you were tuned in on the Metal Clay Masterclass, then make sure you just roll over that one postage and packaging price, because at the end of the day, you've always got your 30-day money-back guarantee. So anything you're not satisfied with, you can return to us. This is UXG C15. Now the 0.4, fabulous, fabulous in the twisting. It's fabulous actually if you actually want to do almost like your macrame as well, isn't it, Mark? It's not just because it's quite flexible. Well,
0.4 is the wire that we use on the macrame workshop.
There we go.
We have all the newcomers to macrame start in the morning, and we use hemp, and then we go up to satin and silk and beading thread, and then in the last 2 hours of the afternoon we move on to wire. And we do some really nice intricate Celtic bangles, and 0.4 is the wire that we use for that. So no, it's fantastic for that.
So we need to come on the workshop, don't we, really?
Absolutely, yes.
So we need to get the 5 o'clock flyer, don't we, really?
Absolutely.
So those of you that have been on the workshop, you know what you're at, you know where you're at, what you're doing. So the 0.4, perfect, not just for your tiaras and the finer wrapping, creating the wings of your butterfly or your dragonfly. You can actually instigate it and implement it, I should say, into your macrame work. And your knitting as well. I know there's a lot of you that do that lovely knit as well. That 0.25 and the 0.4 is perfect. So with a bargain like this, where you buy one, you literally get the other one free. That's right, the bug off offer. Let's do it. It's the 5 o'clock flyer, and it's only while stocks last. And indeed, I've had the 5 o'clock flyer sell out. So let's not miss out. So we're going to get 200 meters for the price of 100. And I've got such pretty gemstones to accessorize with these wires. And because it's that 0.4 as well, don't forget, the majority of gemstones, that is going to easily slide through, beautifully slide through, do you mind? Your tanzanite, your rainbow colored hematites, your pearls. Oh, look at the goodness. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's bring you that fire of a price. Irresistible. So's my nuggety good at past. Look at that. $14.95. It is literally like you've got another 100 meters absolutely free. But we're only getting that free if we're on that phone line. We've got gold-plated copper and brass findings. We've got rose gold-plated silver and the rosary chain. We've got two great, the extra sort of findings bundles. I've got the most beautiful, the best peridot I've ever seen, the largest and most gorgeous eye light in over 9 years I've ever seen at Gems TV. I've never even seen eye light this big set in jewellery. That's how big this eye light strand is. It is mesmerising. Mother, look at this. I mean, if we can get this under £25, we will be very lucky. Because look at the size of that for eye light. That is tremendous. I've never seen anything as big as that in any jewellery, even on our sister channels. That's how amazing that strand is. And lots of you there on the phone line taking advantage, because you know just one of those spools, $14.95, but you're getting both of them for that price. So it is well, there you go. A 50% saving there. And just look at that for peridot. Have you ever seen peridot? So good. No, you haven't. Not in all your born days until you've witnessed this strand when I bring it to you as one of my showstoppers later on. I can't even remember what time that is. 6 o'clock, not long. But you know what's happening at 5:30. It's got Mark's favourite in it. It's a nuggety goodness bundle named after my own phrase, which I love, just because it is all good, it is all tremendous. Mark's favourite there is the Praise Light, isn't it?
Without a doubt. Most of the viewers of the morning show will know that I didn't realise that amethyst came in any other colour but purple when I joined Jewellery Maker, and we've obviously got pink and Rose de France,
lavenders and
we've had Praise Light pretty much this year, and I've just started noticing that we started to include the chips in Praise Light.
Yes, you're right. I've not seen the chips. I had a strand the other night, the brillettes, and it was my night owl, and it just all sold out. It's in my top 3. It's been my absolute favourite for a long time. It's just so illuminated. They're sparkling like green diamonds, but nicer than green diamonds because they're lighter, aren't they? Just beautiful. You won't believe what we're going to do on that, Marky Mark. You won't believe, seriously. You won't believe it. He's going to need brandy and resuscitation. It'll just knock yourself. And in that strand, I've got the price we're giving you that for. We actually shouldn't, but you couldn't even associate it with the rarity of the Larimar that is in that bundle. That's all I'm saying. Righty-o. Shall we start with some miss it, miss out strands? They're all very low in stock, very low. I would say most of them are below 20 in stock. I saw maybe one that had more than 20, and that was it. They're very, very low in stock. Righty-ho. Oh, look at these for garnet. Straight away I'm going to pick up that peridot. Look at this, the polar opposite colours there. That is the most tremendous quality garnet. And they are gorgeous rondelles. Look at those. And I'm loving the fact that those sort of faux silver, what do we call it, crimps in between. I quite like that idea.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
I would just restrand that as it is and make a bracelet and a pair of earrings with those as it is. It's beautiful.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I quite like those faux crimps in between, aren't they? They work doubling up like that, 2 by 2 by 2. Just beautiful, and there's such a wine-rich colour. And some of them are really huge as well. Tremendous red garnet there. And look at the length of that strand doubled over, 45 carats. Do you know what else we've got new for you tonight as well? Look at those Kishi pearls. Oh my word, I've died and gone to heaven. Look at those. Look at those. Those with garnets, because your garnets give such a pop in between. That is heaven sent. They are heaven sent because they're 100% pure Nasa. Oh, don't miss out. Really, again, I'm trying to find where I've lost them, muddled all my sheets, but I literally am talking low in stock. Yeah, 14 of these. That's it. Oh, sure, for crying out loud, there's nothing, is it? 14 of these. You need to be on that phone line ASAP. Need to make sure we're not missing out. Tremendous offer there. I've only just seen the price, $6.95. I knew it was a tremendous offer, but come on, $9.95. I'm thinking that's tremendous. Well, I've got to move on. Well done to you. Hold the line. Good luck, everybody. If you're really quick and if you're on the web, we'll do well tonight. Okay. Pretty. I saw these the other day, and now I'm down to the last few. I'm literally looking here. Yeah. Oh my word. 6. Quick dial. Free phone number. Add it, whack it in your baskets, Mr. So says upstairs. Oh, look at the bubbleliciousness. APG P82, they're floating. They're like baubles, they're like delicate glass baubles, aren't they? But of course they're the finest, clearest white quartz with that wonderful rainbow of an orient of pinks, of greens, of golds, just floating effortlessly across the surface, just caressing the surface with a little kiss of colour. Oh, don't deny your chance to have these. Do you know we often refer to your precious box?
Oh no, do you?
We do. It was referred to in a text the other night as well, yeah. Because it was a husband and wife. I'm trying to remember their name now. Was he Douglas? There you go, you remember. Raymond and Joanne, they have their precious box as well.
Do they?
Yes, and they do the same. Collect, don't they, like Mark?
Yeah.
Oh, shall we? All right, Dee's met Joe on a workshop, macrame workshop. Oh. Macrame, was it? Was Mark doing it? Oh, you've actually met her.
I remember now. I remember exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, do you?
Yes, yes.
That's uncanny.
Yes.
A lovely lady, apparently. Well, we don't like them unless they're lovely. They're not allowed in. You've got to be lovely, otherwise you're not allowed in the workshop. There you go. You see your precious box is becoming worldwide.
Gosh.
Shall we do it? I've only got a few. I only think of that because this is something so beautiful, almost, I just want to look at them. $8.95. That is tremendous, but I have only got 6. And they are going like hotcakes. We need more of this. I'll leave that with you. On to my next. It's Fastest Furious. Oh, look at these for rich amethyst goodness. I know Mark does love his amethyst. Look at those. Oh, the tone is really rich. But what I'm loving, because actually Mark just said it earlier, you didn't know that amethyst came in those greens, and then you get lavenders, and then you get the darker colours. There's such a scope for range in the amethyst family. But actually what I'm really admiring in this particular strand is the fact that all the tonality is matched. Now that's just proving how much, how great the quality is in this amethyst. The luxury of this amethyst is just such high profile. I mean, that would be very, very pretty as well. I've got the most cracking tanzanite offer coming up. You just might have a little few of those, just, mix and match those purples and those blues, even with your lovely iolite strands as well. Pull out the purples of the iolite, because it's a violet blue. Pull them out. Ooh. Do you like your Downton as well, Mark? I can't remember. It's a while since. You won't believe
us. We watched the
first. It was a massive sigh then, wasn't there?
We watched the first series.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
And we've recorded every programme of every series so far and haven't watched them yet. So we couldn't believe that series 4 started last weekend.
So you have got all that to come.
Yes. We've got 3 Doctor Who box sets to watch over winter as well.
Oh my heavens! You're never going to come out. We'd be lucky if we see you on the show, won't we?
There's no gardening in winter, so we have our box sets during winter.
There we go. Well, we'll be lucky if we're able to drag them away from Doctor Who and Downton, quite frankly, because once you get involved, you have to go through an epic 3 or 4 hours, don't you? Yes. In one sitting. That's the devilment, isn't it? That's the devilment. You've got one, you say, I'll just watch another one, and then you never go to bed.
Yeah, no, that's
You're
right.
up to the wee hours, and then you're shattered in the morning regretting it, and then you do all the same again the next night.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Let's bring you a fantastic amethyst strand, FYG P62, 160 carats. Oh my word! I tell you exactly what I'm going to put with that. Exactly, and I hope you agree. Look at these for polar opposites. Look at that for wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Oh my goodness. They really bring out the best in each other. Reds with that peridot as well. Reds and purples as well. $7.95 for the rich allure. And I only say the Downton just simply because I think of amethyst, I think of royal. It was a symbol of prestige and wealth. Oh, it goes with so much though, doesn't it? Look at with the Kishi pearls as well. And I've got the most pretty bronze and white pearls coming up in a pearly bundle later on as well. Oh, such fabulousness and real quality. That's what you're investing in. Real gems here at Jewellery Maker. And I've got the pretty nuggety goodness of amethyst as well. And garnet. Oh, the nuggety goodness strands are unmissable. Go on, darling. Oh, my heavens, you're in for a treat. This is so hard to come by. Just have a little look at this. These are the natural turquoise, because a lot of this accounts for probably less than 10% of the turquoise source worldwide, because a lot of turquoise is actually stabilized. This is 60 carats of your natural turquoise here. And a lot of it is given that vapor treatment, that chemical bonding. It's estimated, like I said, that less than 10% of all turquoise mined is actually natural like this. So, you've got an incredible quality here. The gem that was actually originates from the French, meaning Turkish stone, because it was first introduced into Europe via Turkey. But other than that, there's no other connection with that area. But this is also a gem that in the 70s Wall Street was on a par with diamonds in terms of an investment. They were saying, invest in it, invest in it. Just amazing to have this kind of natural quality in the turquoise. You can really see the copper rich blues of that turquoise. You can really see the quality of that turquoise from Mexico. So you've got this wonderful, wonderful, I mean, this kind of discovery of this natural gem is very, very hard to come by. And this is why they actually do have your stabilized, which isn't a criticism, or your fakes, or your painted howlite dyed with the turquoise color. But you know, when you're offered on sale genuine turquoise, and what, for $11.95? My goodness! How many of these have we got? How many of these have we got? Oh, for crying out loud! Just dial. That's just silly. We're going to go about 5. Oh my! Have we got any more later, darling? I think we might have some nuggets later. I think I might have some. I don't know. Maybe I made that up. Yes, I have. No, I didn't make it up. I thought I did read that. Oh, HFGP 76. What a treat! Don't worry, Marky Mark's Vermarine is coming soon. So they're the name for Parasiolite. Ooh, I've only got 6 of these. Oh. Ooh. Feast your eyes. Ooh, I'm just looking at how many we've got. Oh, less than 5. My word. Multicoloured sapphire, but you know what I'm going to say. We are really moving in to the ruby side of the family there. Can you see why? Look at that. I mean, there's over 50% of the reds in there. Look at those. If that's not ruby, I might as well give up my day job. Look at those. And then, and actually, the other sapphire there, it's almost like a very, very gentle silvery green. There's a little hint of, it's almost got sort of 2 hues in there, silver and green. And then there are other sapphires in there, very pink, moving into the reds of your ruby. Others that are a beautiful, rich orange red colour. So there's more orange in there, so you wouldn't class that as a ruby. And then we move right over here. We've got what we need there with our ruby, and then we're moving into some very bright pinks as well, back into the orange. There are hues of silver and a very light green in there. That is a whopping strand. Look at the length of this strand. 70 carats, 38 centimetres. Oh, heavens above, and they are big, big rondelles. Big rondelles, £18. 45 pence. Can you see? Actually, that's interesting. If I just slide that over there, that means you can see the difference between the pinks and the reds and the oranges there. So you can see the difference on the strand. Yeah, can you see that at home? Isn't that gorgeous? Real sapphires. Oh my word, what a real bargain. Ruby sapphires, all for 18.45, 70 carats. I've only got a couple. Good luck, good luck. People are on the lines, hold the line. There is a bit of a queue, but don't worry, I'm going to bring you lots of my nuggety goodness. The actual green amethyst, the big shell blue nuggets, my half-5 showstopper. Just fantastic Larimar, gorgeous labradorite, fabulous garnet, beautiful purple amethysts. Oh, fantastic. Rose quartz now and the puffy hearts. Oh, you know, we're showing you some bestsellers here, and they're bestsellers because they're bestsellers, you know, for you as jewellery makers. As Mark will tell you, you know, your stars, your hearts, your flowers, recognisable gemstones like your obviously rubies, sapphires, emeralds, amethyst is always popular, garnet. These are big names that we recognise and that as a buyer we trust. And these are just delightful. Put those with your baby pink wire that we just gave you. You know, that buy one get one free almost offer, the 5 o'clock flyer. See if there's any of those left. We gave you 200 metres for $14.95, 100 of the Barbie pink and 100 of the gorgeous silver 0.4 gauge. SHG P41, puffy hearts for a mere $7.95. I'm picking out the amethyst of the nuggety goodness there because they're such a pretty purple violet pink. But of course we have got the Nugget King with us tonight as well. I mean, he can do lots, but he's very partial to a nugget. He is. You know, like in the Wild West when people were quick off the draw to fire their guns. Mark is like the quickest nugget strander I've ever seen. You go in there like a, what's one of those war weapons that hone in?
A heat-seeking missile.
Yes, like a heat-seeking missile. You are a nugget-seeking missile. You are, a nugget-seeking missile. You do. You're phenomenal. So just makes, there it is, and just picks it up. Straight on. Straight on. Straight on. I don't know how it does it. It's amazing. The fastest nugget strander in the West. That's our mark. $7.95 now. We can actually witness that in action on the show tonight as well, in case you're new to the show and you haven't seen Mark before. Alrighty, what's next? Oh, beautiful, beautiful sunstone. And it is textbook quality, because within it I'm seeing like the fairy dust, the sparkle that is the adventurescence, that amazing illusion. Whoa, do you see that at home? Look at that. Can you see that at home, that adventurescence there? Can you see that sparkle? It is just, mystifying. Oh, I love it. And the glow in those wonderful nude tones that are so popular. So, look at that. And a checkerboard finish as well. This is a delicious strand of sunstone. Would you look at all the pretty hues, peach to the orange to strawberry reds. They would look, fabulous, because there is a hue of the silver in there with those sapphires we just saw in that strand. Isn't that a fabulous piece of jewellery there, ready to make? This is your gorgeous natural sunstone. And this is 50 carats, and I think I've only got 6. Oh, that is stunning. Really, oh my word, have a little look. The sparkling there. A mere $11.95 for the last 6. They are glowing, they are sparkling, they are mesmerizing, they are, they're so handsome. They're like the sequins on the Strictly dresses. Oof. And that's just the guys and their waistcoats. Oh, we love the dresses. We love the sparkly satin shirts. We love the sunstone. What's next, darling? Nuggety goodness is not far. Right, now, last 10. Last 10 of the silver 0.5. Obviously, we need to get more in, but I'm afraid there's no guarantee in time. The stock, we are having a big shipment, but there's no guarantee. I don't even know what's in that shipment, but, once, it's a while before we can get it in again. And all I can say currently, if you want to get ahead and make those designs, these are the last 10 of the silver-plated 1.5 gauge. And I've seen a lot of demonstrations with Laura binding, and on the evening show, and she goes to great lengths to just make sure and encourage you at home that that the 1.5 is very accessible, does have the malleability, does have the structure, and don't be afraid to use that thicker gauge. It is a marvelous attribute. RMJ M89, 10 meters, the last 10, 1.5 gauge sterling, silver plated. So we've really tied in with the quality there. What? Heavens above, has that been? No? Really? Oh, that's incredible. $9.95, I'm loving that price. Whatever you do, don't miss out on the nuggety goodness coming up with the vermarine, or as it was once called, the lime citrine. What am I talking about? Marky Mark, your favourite?
Crazy
light. We can fit in a few more. Can we fit in a few more? Go on. Australian opal. Is there any of this left, honey? Only 11. Oh, that's my biggest quantity so far. Who? Oh, Joanne. Joanne's watching.
Oh, is she?
Our friend Joanne's watching. Where's
Hello,
Raymond?
Hello.
He remembers you. He's saying nice things, fortunately. Are you adding to your precious box? That's what he wants to know. And when are you going to come and see us again, Joanne? How's Raymond? YPSF72. Let's see if we can tempt Joanne with a bit of the nuggety goodness coming up. I think Joanne will be going for the nuggety goodness. She's not a fool, do you know what I mean? She's a wise woman. Now, the opals. Once you start to separate them, there are silvers, there are golds, there are whites, there is opalescence, there is opaqueness. They are, they have such charm because they've got such a story to tell. You know, again, so rare, so exceptionally rare, so hard to find. It is like looking like for a needle in a haystack to come across an opal. There's no rhyme or reason. It's not to do with the nutrients in soil, which might give you the idea of where diamonds might be, you know, to do with old kimberlite pipes and volcanic eruptions. It's just absolutely random. So, you know, I'd say one of the hardest gems to sort of locate and find. And here we are with the Cuba PD opal nuggets, 90 carats. And look at this price. You know, what we mustn't forget is that these prices that we're going to don't reflect the value of the worth of the strands. Certainly don't when it comes to this opal. Just a daft thing to say when you're talking a peridot like this, an iolite as big as this that I've got coming up on the show. And it makes no sense with the actually nuggets. We've actually been explaining to, was it Kieran? What's the gentleman's name? Kevin? Kieran is our lovely man on the work experience with us, and he's got one more day, isn't he? And he's been asking lots of questions about how do you do it? I mean, how can you go for these prizes? It's just like, you do have to explain it again and again, because it's easy to look at those prices and think, well, that's the price of plastic, that's the price of the faux. Why can you go so low? Well, because we're sourcing worldwide, because now we've built up a relationship with the mines, the mine owners, the gem traders. We're able to sell in volume. Of course, this is missing this out, so it's all the last of. But it is the sheer output that we can bring you in any given day and on the website as well. So this is how we do it. This is why we can go so low. We want to encourage you to come back for more. All right, we can squeeze in a few more before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands of nuggety goodness. Would you Adam and Eve it? Not on you, Nelly. Woo! Some of our newest white quartz. Fantastic. Brings me to mind, I was talking about this the other night, you know, the designs of a great up-and-coming designer, Pippa Small, who does lovely chunks like this of the white quartz with a little bit of gold, and these are just the job. I mean, look, they almost look like moist ice blocks, just cut fresh. But of course, it is the beauty of the whitest than white quartz, the clearest quartz. And by leaving it with a kind of a rough-hewn texture, you're getting a load of undulating light play on the surface there. So it's captivating the essence and all the beauty of the nuggets and what makes them so charming and individual. 425 carats, but I'm very low in stock. Very low in stock. These are a big carat weight. It's a really long strand. I've only got 5. Look at that. Look at them glow. Look at that when you get the light in them. Oh! All I can say is if you're on the line and hitting a queue, please stay there. Just remember your code GJRU37. And if you don't remember the code, just say to the customer service centre, it was the white quartz, Got to do those pearls, The labradorite and the pearls, let's do it. Pearls then. And then nuggety goodness. Coming up. I've only got 8 of these, am I right? 8 by 9, they are perfect. Add these to your order. If you're on the website, no queues. These are absolute perfection. You can't improve on nature's quality. You can't improve on the quality of the price because, you know, you pay that for the faux, and oh my word, you know, they've got a wonderful exhibition. I'd love to try and get down to see it actually at the Victoria and Albert Museum, where they, you know, just shows you that pearls haven't lost their edge. And they're beautiful. They are, aren't they? The eye just makes them perfect. They're as perfect could be, really, aren't they? Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Of course, we're not classing them as absolutely perfectly round, but my goodness, I'll tell you what, they're not far off it. They really, I mean, look at that. Huge 8 by 9 millimeter pearls there. Wonderful pink orient over the surface there. Look at the luster. Look at the shine. Oh, well, we've got time, haven't we? The exhibition's running until January. So we've got time. Go down to a little London trip, a city trip.
That'd be good.
Would be good, wouldn't it?
Staff outing.
Yes. We should do that. Should we have a staff outing? All bundle into a coach or a field trip, yeah. Get a little minibus and bob off down. It's not far, it's only a couple of hours, isn't it, from here? Yeah. It's all in the name of research.
That's right, yeah.
Stopping in at a little beverage house on the corner. EDGP80, well, we can see that wonderful La Peregrina, can't we? The wonderful pearl owned by Liz Taylor, now worth Ooh, in the region of 7.1 million. Have a bit of that, thank you very much. And this is only £12.90. Well, yeah, 7.1 million is a little bit stretching my purse strings. £12.95, yes, thank you very much. Genuine pearls. Can't go wrong. The only thing you can do wrong is miss out right now. Because again, I'm just looking, I only had 8 to begin with. Let's do the labradorite and then we're going to do the nuggety goodness before we all burst. Darling, which one is it, sweetie? Oh, that's because my box is hiding, that's why. It's right at the back here. Oh, Mark, shade your eyes, love. Ooh. It's only been on once before. Oh. I know you're a bit partial to labradorite. Now I've got to show you, there's loads of, see I'm only getting a fraction of it. There's loads on the surface here. I was doing this the other day and there's loads popping out of labradorescence. And then when I try to show it, it all sort of disappeared on me. Golds, blues, oh, heavens above, there's just oodles. You can see it there. Then when I turn it, it's gone, but can you see it reflected on the surface there, just by the tassel? Oh my word, there's just loads. Oh, hello! That's what we're talking about. It's an incredible gem. And sorry about the noises. Gems have this effect on me. It's like, ooh, what? Ooh. If anybody sort of tuned in, didn't have the screen on, they'd be thinking, gosh, is that girl all right? Quick call the medical team. Yeah, ooh, look at that, a copper blue. Ooh, and you see, oh, golden green. That's the beauty. Look at the difference. Oh, heavens above. One minute it can be blue and the turquoise. The next one can be sort of bright green. Oh, just beautiful. Just beautiful. And the adventure essence as well. Oh. I've only got a few anyway. I've only got 9, there we go. Well, 9's better than 4. So let's just make sure we don't miss out. It's only been on once before. All lovely individual shades, 340 carats. Oh, they've all got magnificent labradorescence. It's just, I'm just not doing a very good job here of showing you it here right now, but trust me, you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee to look at that yourself. And just, have a play, move them in the light, see the labradorescence. I mean, gosh, there's loads, absolutely loads. Truly, truly stunning. Checkerboard as well. Is it time? It is time for the nuggety goodness. Whoop whoop! Six strands. This is going to blow your socks off, okay, if you got your socks on. If you got your slippers, they're going to blow off right now because you will not believe what we're about to do in terms of the offer. So trust me. You know when I say trust me and I say please dial early, please get on the phone, you know I mean it sincerely and it is absolutely unmissable. There are going to be queues, so dial early to avoid the queues. Because not only have I got 6 fantastic strands, the price makes no sense whatsoever. I'm going to start with the stunning violet amethyst. Now my heat-seeking missile next to me, the nugget missile, could strand these within seconds. We should have a challenge actually. Could we see how many you could strand in a minute? Not tonight, darling. No, I wouldn't do that to you. But we have the lavender amethyst. Couple that with the beauty, and again, look at how well matched the tone of those nuggets are, and there must be hundreds on each strand, because each one is like a double strand, isn't it? A double 38cm strand. Look at the wine-rich garnet, breathtaking. Another favourite of Mark's, I know, is the labradorite. And as you start to move those labradorite nuggets, you start to see the labradorescence. There is loads on that strand of golds and greens and blues reflecting off the surface of the nuggets. So 175 carats of the labradorite, 185 carats of the red garnet, 190 carats of the pink amethyst. And they're all averaging 76, 75, 80cm strands. We then have the blue shell drop style nuggets. Don't measure that as a carat weight because it is our wonderful shell, royal blue with a lovely pearlescent edge. Mark's favourite to date at the moment, and you can see why just as I hold those up. The amount of illumination, they look like gentle apple diamonds. They are. Can you see the light and how bright they are? Look at those. This is why I love Prasiolite or vermarine or lime citrine. It takes its name from the word prason, meaning leek, and Prasiolite referring to the stone, and it's a gem of the physical and the spiritual, and that is just totally uplifting. They are big nuggets, and they are 210 carats, and it's very fashionable in 18th century Europe and very expensive. You know, it was introduced into Europe in 1727 and has been popular ever since. I mean, look at those. But you know what? I'm saving the pièce de résistance. I know it should be the green amethyst, but that would be me saying personal choice. But actually, the big one in this groupage is JewelleryMaker, because of the rarity, because of the scarcity, because from the Dominican Republic, it's the only known source for this amazing, beautiful blue sea-coloured gem. It's always a mixture of your Amazonite mixed with blue aquamarine in terms of colour. We get our amethyst, a lot of our amethyst from Madagascar, and our garnets there from Africa as well. But you know, the Dominican Republic, the Larimar, very, very limited there in the Caribbean to source this beautiful gem of the sea. Gorgeous, and that Larimar is 50 carats. What a lineup, Mark. What a lineup.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm intrigued how much this is going.
You're intrigued?
Yes.
Do you want to give me a price? Off the top of your head.
Is it is it a Mark price or a Jewellery Maker price?
I did well.
A Jewellery Maker price.
Okay, go for a Jewellery Maker price.
It's going to be the 5:30 showstopper. I am going to stick my neck out and say $14.99.
$14.99. Do you want me to have a job to come to next week? Mark, what would your price be?
Oh gosh, it was business head, and I'm just thinking what the money I could make from it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a Macmillan charity coffee morning tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm doing a jewellery sale, and I'm doing lots of green stones for the Macmillan colours. So that Prasiolite would have been perfect.
Wouldn't it?
Absolutely perfect.
I'm going to the one across the road as well.
Oh,
9 till 11.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah. I'll roast a cup of tea. Yeah. So what would we think?
Well, I'm a great fan of the memory wire coiled bracelets.
Yes, and you can just slide those on.
And each of those strands, I could get 2, 3 coil maybe with added pearls and things, and I sell mine for £15 each. So you're looking at about £75, £90.
You could
business
potentially
head. With pearls added and the memory wire and the time making them.
Yeah.
So,
that's fair enough because they're real gems.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, here we go. Here we go. Here comes your 5:30. We're on a 20 to 6 offer. $11.95. It's crazy town.
That's amazing.
It is,
isn't it?
We've got labradorite, we've got amethyst, we've got Prasiolite. But excuse me, I would pay that with. I nearly said with something on for the Larimar, quite frankly, $11.95.
Well, just one of those double strands, just put over the neck with a knot in.
The garnet.
Oh, God.
The reds of the garnet, the wine garnet, with the greens are just heaven sent. Oh, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what combo we pick here.
No, absolutely.
You've got the blues of your labradorite there with the Larimar or your lovely shell, or you don't have to use them at all together. My goodness, Joanne! This is a call to Joanne and Raymond.
It's a beautiful selection.
It is a beautiful selection, isn't it? What the heat-seeking nugget missile could do with these? You'd be all over that shizzle.
Yeah.
We'd have £90 worth of bracelets here already, wouldn't we? We're not saying that's what they're worth necessarily, but I know I've got to move on. But I could clearly talk about this for the next 4 hours. Unmissable. You're going to get on the phone now, aren't you?
It's under here, just in case.
No phones in the gallery. Ben, can you just keep them near me for a little bit longer? Thank you, darling. Right, I've got to move on. That was just well done, everybody. Congratulations. Wow. Don't miss out on the offer. CCG C57. And coming up, oh, please, another absolutely unmissable. From a gem point of view, as an AJP accredited, jewelry professional, this is, I'm talking about myself here, this is a top-notch strand of peridot in terms of the quality, in terms of the clarity, in terms of the tone. I couldn't find better for you, and that will be my well, we haven't got long to wait, because I just got a bit excited about those other wonderful strands there, the nuggets. But that is absolutely the pièce de résistance. Tremendous. Alrighty. Let's get more strands in. Let's get more strands in. Oh, Joe, I love these. It's the shape. It's the Marquise shape of my picture Jasper medium nuggets. Limited availability. Everything I'm showing you at the moment, miss it, miss out. We are literally talking, this is less than 10. I think I've got about 6. Aren't they fabulous? They're so dynamic. You can just picture yourself, put a few of the little gems there in between, maybe just having the 3 or 5 there around the neck. Very eye-catching over a jumper. Just that picture, and of course the animal print, one of the big fashions again for the winter. You know, it's about the chunky chain necklaces as well. They're big as well this winter. Obviously the big colour is pink for the autumn there. They are a beautiful cut, because they really show the picture. They really show the picturesque beauty of the Jasper. I like those in bracelets as well, sort of spiky. Aren't they lovely? The patterns either side. You could just use one on a lovely satin cord or leather cord there, or just across, and I'm thinking of the macrame bracelets. They're not beautiful. It's like there's a cheeky little mushroom growing on the end there. But be careful when you're mushroom picking, haven't you? LBGP 46. That's just the best line, Deanna. She says, "You've got to be very careful. I know this from Midsummer Murders." That is just the storyline, isn't it? Who stole my bottle of milk? No. Who ate the wrong mushroom? It's just the kind of thing you'd be investigating, isn't it?
If I had my time over again, I'd love to go to university and do a degree in mushrooms and fungus, and
really?
I'm fascinated by them.
Really?
Whenever we're on holiday, I make sure I've got my camera, because we do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
And you get them on dead trees and things, and you just see something completely different every time you go.
Some of them are really quite beautiful.
Beautiful, exquisite.
Yeah.
No, I love them. Love them.
And do you go mushroom picking?
No,
don't risk it.
Too risky.
Well, it is, isn't it? You can literally die.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do like mushrooms, though. I do like stuffed mushrooms. I do like eating them. I've got to move on, sorry, we're back to the... Well, you can write the scripts, Deanna, with, you know... You can just see now, she got up one morning to mushroom pick and then found dead by the oak tree. Mrs. Gibbons from the post office was never seen again. She didn't get up that morning to open up the post office. There's a whole story erupting here. It was Mike the farmer was walking his sheepdog and he found her. Legs up in the air while he's sticking out from behind the oak tree. You just see it now. 55 carats of citrine. Let's bring in, what's his name, Inspector?
What?
No, from Midsummer's. Barnaby. Let's bring in, well, not Inspector Barnaby, it is Inspector Barnaby, isn't it? Let's bring in, what's his first name? Barnaby, isn't it? Let's bring him in. He'll find out who killed Mrs. Gibbons. It wasn't the mushroom. 55 carats of golden citrine. Now this is perfect for November, isn't it? Because we are literally around the corner, aren't we? We're literally around the corner. I know we've got October and Halloween and all that bobbins to do, but this gives us time to make the jewellery. This gives us time to see the sunshine. You can really feel the nip in the air right now, can't you? CFS F14. $7.95. Goodness gracious. Well, who killed her? Because the post office takings are still there. They didn't kill Mrs. Gibbons for the post office keys. Wasn't a robber. No, they didn't do her in. The plot shall unravel as the show goes on. $7.95 for 55 carats of the sunshine. There's people at home thinking we've been eating mushrooms now, Mark.
I like something a bit grittier. I'm sort of.
Do you? Are you a Morse man? CIPD?
Prime suspect.
CIPD.
Oh no, I'm not good with American dramas, but no, I'm prime suspect.
Oh, I like prime suspect.
Yeah,
yes.
Helen Mirren. Yeah.
Bit of Helen Mirren, yeah. You can't get much grittier than Midsummer.
Marple comes a pretty close second,
Yes,
doesn't
marble.
it?
Oh, what's
I
that
love
other
Miss
one? What
Marple.
cabbage and lovely? What's that other one?
Rosemary
The
and
two women
thyme.
going around. Rosemary and thyme.
Yeah.
What about what's the one? I don't know their two names, but it's an old one. It's a man and a ghost.
A man and a
Randall and
ghost.
Hopkirk,
Randall.
deceased.
Randall and Hopkirk.
Yes.
That's Deanna's favourite. She likes it cutting edge and hard, you know, like Breaking Bad. Oh. I know, forgive me. I'll get back to what I'm saying. Look at the tiger's eye. Look at this for quality. They are baubles of gorgeousness. 520 carats. Hug P. HUGP 74. Fantastic tiger's eye. 520 carats. The last 9 though, again, so handsome. Just, you know, they would look great on one of Mark's macrames. You know, just 3 there with the hemp cord or the suede cord there. Again, I almost want to use some satin cord and again, you know, draw the eye in with one of those wonderful, magnificent tiger's eyes, and then have a little bit of tasselage. Look at those. Ah, look at the gorgeousness. Gorgeous all over. Went a bit Australian then. But I've only got 9. 6.95. That is, I mean, how many have we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, nearly 30. There's 29 on this particular strand. I've just quickly counted up. So there's nearly 30 there for 6.95. Genuine tiger's eye. Not painted wood, not painted marbles. Look at the size of them. They're magnificent. Oh, look at the close-up, but I've only got 14. Good. First come, first served. Last 9. Moving on, moving on. What's next? Big smoky quartz. And don't forget, coming up, look at the most magnificent, I choose my words carefully, peridot. Look at those. Quality, but hold it, holy moly, Batman. Look at that little dazzler. Sultry, dark and inviting. Cutting edge. Oof. They are. And again, I'm loving the idea, and it's almost like those garnets we had earlier, and they're only like a temporary bead. They're only like a temporary faux bead of the silver faux little beads in between, but I'm loving those in between. I think that really works, just gives you an idea of how you could set up a bracelet, because what it does is display those smoky quartzes beautifully, and the size of them and the irregularity there. And they do graduate down there. You've got 180 carats, TKGK01. And I've only got 5, they're the last 5. It's a beautiful strand though, isn't it? And again, it works majestically with those greens, those peridots just stop. I'm just gonna put them around and then goodbye, good night Eileen. Look at those. Just, do be brief, just amazing. Amazing, as are the smoky quartzes for that price. Quality, the polish, the luster. It's just heaven sent. A little slice of heaven there in a gemstone strand. Copper colour coated hematite, and again I'm going to leave that with the smoky quartz. It's moving into that party season. Are you what's the word I'm looking for, Mark? I mean, are you what's another word for productive? You know, actively working away for the Christmas sales is what I'm trying to say. So there's a word for it.
Yes.
That's essentially what I'm saying.
Done already.
Yeah, you're already ready. Industriously is kind of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
You're already there.
Yeah, I've got 30 pieces that I know are really good top sellers that I just keep repeating. But all of the rest, the big pieces, they're already done and dusted.
Right.
Ready to go.
So you're ahead of it. You're already sorted.
Yes. November and December.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit frantic. But I love
That's
them.
interesting. You want to know it's a winning design. You just repeat it, and just get the stock.
Yeah.
Needed.
Your amethyst pieces and your pearl pieces and your staple pieces. But no, I adore them. I love craft fairs.
Yeah.
And because I work from home now, they're really important for me as a social aspect to actually get out and meet people.
We've seen that picture of your office.
You have, yeah.
Yes, of course,
So
yes.
yeah.
And all the boxes and all, tidy office, tidy mind. But it doesn't always look like that though.
Sorry?
Does it get a bit messy every now and again?
Never.
Yeah.
Never, ever,
Really?
ever. Yeah, God, I couldn't.
Oh,
No.
Really? Oh gosh, you see, I start tidying, then it all goes.
Place for everything in its place.
That's true. It's much better.
Yeah.
It's much better.
Mm.
ECJ, Katie, well, these. I mean, the only reason I asked that is because these are just. I'm thinking of that season. These are perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's heaven sent again.
Absolutely.
Don't miss out. They've got such a lovely reflective surface. 640, but again, can you see that we're low in stock because these are the things now that people are thinking ahead and and actively working towards what is a busy season. If you were a craft maker, craft seller, and you do sell your wares, or even if you for your own enjoyment, you want to prepare with those pieces that you're going to be wearing for that kind of season. Then these are the strands that go like hotcakes as we approach. And they're the eye-catching strands that catch your eye, if you want to welcome someone to your store. $6.45 for 290 carats of copper-coloured coated hematite faceted rounds. Okay. Oh, so delicate, so beautiful. It's up there with your Botswana because of the quality of the agate. It's a delicate balance of linear strands of almost like a lace-like crocheted structure, and I think nothing is more elegant than that pairing there. 110 carats, and if you just hold up those blue lace agates and look through the fine, you'll see the fine lace patterns, and this is why this is such an expensive gem on the gem market. But with Jewellery Maker, we can drastically bring that down for you. I mean, you're getting a little nuance of it there, a little sense of it there, but again, what I do is quite, it's just simply hold it up to the light, and then you see through and you see the contours, and it's just a thing of beauty. It really is. And it's not blue and it's not violet, it's like a gentle cloud violet blue. It's just between the two. It's almost caught between there, like a mezzanine level of, you can't quite put your finger on it. Just delightful, absolutely beautiful. But a good old, it's a good old tough gem with the agate. I'm talking about delicacy of colour. That's an amazing price. Amazing blue lace. I mean, this, you've got your royal prince there. This is your princess. For $9.95 in the agate world. These are your Botswana and your blue lace are the top dogs, top dollar. They're the Kate and Williams of the agate world. $9.95. That is just, if you haven't seen this beautiful gem, get it home, have a look. That's what the 30-day money-back guarantee is all about. But I just don't have loads of these, and I wouldn't have anyway to begin with because they're too rare and too expensive. We shouldn't even have it on for that price for $9.95, quite frankly. But there you go. I can't stop her. She's on one. She's creating murder everywhere tonight. Oh look, now you can see it in that close-up. Stunning, absolutely faultless. Go on. Don't forget the periodonta's coming up at 6. Just can't afford to miss it. Please don't miss out. Please don't miss out. Now, fancy a bit of Jasper? Then I've got just the gem strand for you. Now these are autumn. Just again, don't even need to think about it. Look at these colours. Autumnal golds and reds to dark greens. Just going to hold up a few there. They're leaf-shaped as well. Aren't they lovely? If you're autumn designs. Let me just hold this strand on my hand there. So just look at those colours. I mean, there's dark green, there's almost like a turquoise, there's like a red. It's almost as you see the leaves turn. That's a pretty strand, Mark, isn't it? That's got autumn written all over it, isn't it?
I think that's a really good strand for gents' jewellery as well.
Yeah.
You were talking about it earlier, just a nice piece of leather, with a slip knot at the back and just one pendant in the neck. That'd be perfect.
Because we don't, the guys like it simpler, don't
Absolutely,
they?
yes, yeah.
Beautiful. Really beautiful. Because it could be a pendant, like you just said. There's 4, 8, 12, there's 17 pendants potentially there. Love those colours, but there's something so beautiful about seeing some of the greens together as well. I love to make a fabulous bracelet, just have them hanging off. And do you know what I've got coming up as well? I've got these pretty little charms coming up as well in a little stash bundle with butterflies and motifs and little sort of flowers, and these are brand new in their gold-plated brass charms, and they're part of a gold-plated copper findings bundle as well. So yeah. Don't miss those coming up on the show as well. So, $6.95 and potentially 17 pendants, even £1 a pendant. You doubled your money and then some. Okay, trying to fit in as much as I can before the... Oh, do you know, we don't see this very often at all. It's a very, you know, going back to those nude colours of the sunstone, this is excellent for those kind of tones, you know, very sort of neutral tones. And I think they give an expense to the look of the jewellery as well, because we've got almost, not quite white, there's a little hint of pink there, almost like flesh tones of pinks and peaches in there. Pink aventurine. What do you think of those?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Do you know what I put my peach aventurine with?
Oh yeah.
Sodalite and lapis lazuli.
Oh, okay.
Amazing combination, the two.
Sodalite and lapis, the blues there.
Yeah, the dark blues with the peach aventurine are just stunning. Beautiful combination together.
Oh, well, do you know, I've never thought of that combo.
And it works so well.
Well, there you go. That's what we need to give it a go. I'm not sure if I got either of those gem types tonight, but it's just because I have not seen this gem for a long time.
I haven't. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful, and they're big, aren't they? 18 by 13 millimeters. So perhaps that's something to try at home if you're lucky enough to have sodalite or lapis, or you could look on our website, you know, and still add to your order today with that one postage packaging price till 9 o'clock. Then please do, because food for thought there in terms of a combination that really works for Mark. 240 carats, gorgeous. By the way, do text us in on 60777 if you know you do have a question for Mark. Or if you do have a query, jewellery making query, or you know you've got an idea of what happened to Mrs. Gibbons and the mushrooms in the park, let us know. 60777. Start your message JM Studio, and we'll read out your text. And if we can help, of course we will. It'd be lovely to hear from you tonight. I know Joanne's out there watching. All right, squeeze one more in before the pièce de résistance. That's a great staple. Oh, I love this. Is fantastic. Final 9. It appeared for the first time the other night, and now I've got the final 9. I had something similar in a octagon cut smoky quartz, and this is my, is it my 10-sided? Is it octagon again? I'm sorry, I can't count. Obsidian. You know, I just got this golden shimmer. It's not quite black. There's something underneath the surface there, which just thinks, yeah, it's just bringing it up a shade, and it's just glistening. And that's almost like, again, these holographic little fibres in the obsidian, which almost look like a sheen of gold. It's hard to explain because they're coming across as black on the screen, but it's not quite. There's a little bit of magic underneath the surface there. When you're holding them, when you look at them, you'll see what I mean. And it almost looks like they've had a mystic coating. That's the best way to describe it, but it's not. It's the underlying fibres of the obsidian on the surface there, giving it almost like a golden shimmer, hence the black obsidian. It's called golden obsidian. And these are lovely octagons, 14 millimeters, and I just loved this shape. It's only the symmetry of the shape is perfect. It's only something I've seen recently. Ooh, and it's only $6.95, but I'm down to the last few. And the best peridot is coming up next. Last few of the obsidian, please don't miss out. I have the last 9 in stock for $6.95, 200 carats. Try it out. Those with those pyrite copper coloured, you know, because that shimmer in there. Oh yeah, now we're talking, if you managed to get those earlier. Oh yeah. VWGP87. It is time for the best textbook. Searingly beautiful, I should say. Peridot. Stock warning. We only have 60 of these. I wish, Deanna, quite frankly, I had 600 and it still would not be enough, because these are just the best. Now, peridot, we can get it from a few locations worldwide, but what we're looking for is very specific. You don't want the basic colour to be too dark, because then you can't see the vibrancy. You don't want it to be too yellow, because then you can't indulge in the rich birefringence of the green of the peridot. And that's a double refractivity, which almost gives it a velvety glow. So it's a glow within the peridot that we need to see, and therefore if it's too dark, that is not going to be seen by the eye. And if it's too yellow, then we're not getting the best peridot. I've got the best peridot for you here in this strand. And look how well matched every single one of those brillettes are. Just look at them doubled over. Look at the faceting, look at the clarity and the sparkle in that strand. Oh, put them with reds, put them with purples, put them with bright pinks, put them with pearls, put them with bronzes. I mean, they are absolutely heaven sent. They were born to be yours. This is me making up the Irish flag now. Look at these. Oh, would you stop with your gorgeousness? These are absolutely, if you're a bit of a gemster and you love the best and you want the best in your jewellery and what you're wearing and you want the best from your gems in terms of visual brilliance and sparkle and colour, then this is the strand for you. Miss it, as I always say, at your peril. And on the strand itself, you know, there must be close to, oh goodness, I wouldn't even, 50, over 50 brilette cut gemstones. I only have 60 strands. 60, it's not going to be enough to go round. And the richness, that's what peridot means. It's from the Greek peridona, meaning to give richness. That's what we want to see, the richness, the vibrancy, this double refractivity, this velvety richness emanating forward. And this is why, you know, the ancients used to believe, or used to say, passed down, you know, whether it's folklore or an urban myth, that they could mine it at night because it glowed in the mines. And, you know, rather than folklore, it's probably true, because this kind of richness, a little bit of a twinkle of light, would glow, you know, once it was excavated and on the surface of the rock face there, you know, you would see that glow from 10 paces. It is just stunning. 70 carats, GBGH 84, and I'm not even going to move them there, so you can just see the quality of the matching tone, you know, that medium tone, medium to dark there, not too light, and the match of the hue, you know, that lovely green, but not like a soap suds, you know, it should be a lovely vibrancy, a brightness, a freshness, a zingy zingers, vavavoom, a zoom, a kind of woof, a woof woof, it leaps out of you, and any of the noises I can think of, you know, it's got to grab you and go, whoa, shake it about, and you say, whoa, that's good peridot there. That's what this peridot's got, and that's what it should do, you know, it should be hitting between the eyes there, and you think, ooh, gotta have a bit of that. It's not dull and lackluster, that is just, ooh, let me at it. GBGH84, please don't miss out. Please don't miss out my 6 o'clock showstopper, because it's all of that and then some. It's just got that edge, it's got it. I want you to have that. That's why I wish I had 600. Oh, here we go. I daren't even look at this. What are you supposed to say to a price like that, Mark?
Wow.
You look away, isn't it? You just look away.
Incredible.
It is. That is
Absolutely
a stunning
incredible
strand, isn't it?
I just can't believe how many, as you said, how many stones are on that strand. It's
Yeah,
really
there's over
jam-packed, isn't
50
it?
there. What would you do with that strand?
I would use either 0.25 wire,
Yeah.
maybe, this is a bit out of the box now, maybe in the purple, and do a really nice crochet bib necklace. Just have those, the stones just dancing around the neckline would be beautiful.
Goodness. They'd really catch the light.
Absolutely. And then just brilliant, single brilette drop earrings on a nice bit of the gold or silver chain.
Oh,
be beautiful.
that.
I think the bib necklace with the wire would be
Because
stunning.
they could just be dotted through then, can't
Absolutely.
they, on your wire?
Very
Yes.
delicate, beautiful.
I'm liking that idea, because you're giving them plenty of space to light
that's
up
right.
and
Absolutely.
twinkle. Yeah. Beautiful. There's not many left.
Wow.
$14.95. Oh my goodness, they're going to be a sellout success in the live show. Don't forget, you know, this is only while the stock lasts. People are buying 2. Is it any wonder? Because they're thinking, yeah, I've got my eye on that bib necklace and a pair of drop earrings, but I'm also thinking a bracelet. I'm thinking I want to make a couple of things out of this. Those pearls. Yeah, we are talking, you know, less than 40% now stock availability. Please don't miss out. It just, you trust me, my job is to say it like it is, say what I see, and I couldn't pick better for you in terms of peridot quality. And, you know, the pearls look beautiful with it. I mean, just look at those. You could really use those sparingly. The garnets. I know there's about 15 of you there in the queue. I'm hoping you're going to be successful. If you stay on the line, there's every chance that you could be. but just make sure you don't hang up, because I don't want you to miss out, because once that's gone, that's it. We don't ring you back. It's not because we don't love you, it's just, you know, you're on the phone now, and that is a free phone landline number, so the citrine, you know, the goals of that citrine, I mean, I'm just trying to think of ideas here. What would you put it with? It's just so much that it goes with. The peachy pearls later on, it's just heaven sent. The purples, those pinks earlier. Oh,
I think that black from the obsidian you just had. Black, and I just love them.
That black. Yeah. Let's get a bit of that black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Oh. Yeah. That's doing it for me. Oh yeah. You know, you perhaps might go for a different shape or something, but maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. Just got to let those peridots breathe. Please don't miss out. Hold that line. Make sure you don't let those slip through your fingers. Good luck, everybody. Anybody waiting on the phone line. What we're going to do is just give the phone centre, call centre, should say, a moment just to catch up. I'll keep you updated on the progress of that peridot. But don't forget, I've got the biggest highlight I've ever seen in 9 years coming up at 7 o'clock, my 7 o'clock showstopper. I've got a cracking, if you love those charms I just showed you, they're part of my gold-plated bundle. They're coming up at 6:30. It's a gold-plated charm and findings bundle. These are brand new and they're included in my bundle. And I've also got a rose gold charm bundle, rose gold findings bundle as well, with some rose gold brass chain as well. So they're coming up at 6:30, and my highlighters and ooh, right, got to get sorted for some more. We've still got the new kit with Mark, so don't go anywhere.
Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she guides you through numerous techniques, including the woven and basket weave canes, checkerboard canes, Celtic canes, and much more. If you're looking to create timeless handmade jewellery, then this is the course for you. The full course includes black and white clay, a colour clay pack of your choice, use of all tools, buffet style lunch and refreshments, and all for just £67.95. For details on course dates and availability, contact our call centre now on 0800 644 655. We look forward to seeing you.
Chandy beads are Jewellery Maker's range of 925 sterling silver beads that have been handcrafted in our workshop in the heart of Jaipur. There is an 8-stage process to craft these artisan beads. Stage 1 is the annealing process. This is when heat is applied to the sterling silver wire, then slowly cooled down in order to soften the metal to make it more workable. Stage 2. This is the pattern making process. This is where the silver wire is put onto the spindle of a rotary machine. Stage 3 is the cutting process, and Stage 4 is shaping. Stage 5 is soldering, and this is done to give firm joints to the beads. Stage 6, assembling. Stage 7 is surface cleaning. And finally, Stage 8 is the plating process, which starts with steam treatment to treating it with dilute sulfuric acid to remove the impurities and making it perfect for plating.
Join guest designer Cherry Green and learn the art of using anodised aluminium. This introductory DVD will guide you through step-by-step instructions on how to design colourful and contemporary jewellery, including the dyeing process, how to create texture and patterns, shaping, stamping, and much more. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
If you love classic jewellery, then why not come and join guest designer Gemma Crow on our vintage workshop. Gemma will guide you through various beading and wirework techniques which will inspire you to create timeless designs from a bygone era. The full course includes a selection of wire, a selection of findings and charms, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools and equipment, a buffet lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. Have a blast from the past and take home some amazing designs. For further information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Alrighty, it's time to bring you the brand new kit which Mark is going to demonstrate with, and thank you for your text so far. If we can't answer any of them, but what we will do though is, because I know Mark's with us, are you with us on Monday, darling?
Tuesday late show.
Anything
yes.
that we can't talk about or demonstrate right now, we're compiling for Tuesday nights, but anything that we can, we'll talk about, and so keep your texts coming, 60777, we're not ignoring them, so we'll do our best to answer them. Start your text with JM Studio. There's one that's puzzling us, asking about an overhand knot. We're not quite sure of an overhand loop finish knot. We're not sure what that is either, to be honest. Is there another name for it is all I'm asking? An overhand loop finish knot? Or if someone out there does know what that is, because it could be by, you know it by another name.
I think it's going to be a slip knot.
You think is that what you mean? Is that is a slip knot you mean? Because that's something perhaps we could show Tuesday. But let me know. Let me know, the person who texted us in. Don't forget, my half-past showstopper is those lovely gold-plated brass charms plus the gold-plated findings. I'm just going to gently tip this because I don't want the whole thing steaming down the floor. You get 251 pieces. All of which I'll go through with you when we come to it at 6:30. And I think, Mark, if I'm not mistaken, given your monthly findings budget, this would fit within it, my darling.
Would it?
250, over 250,
okay.
251. That's all I'm saying. I know there's a budget. Righty-ho. Let's do the kit, because the jewellery Mark has made is stunning. It really is. I'm not just saying that to butter him up, it truly is. We have got 3 gorgeous strands. It's the pop of that colour on the marquise of the pearl. Now, all I'm going to say is new jewellery makers as well. I don't want to leave you out because you might be watching tonight thinking, what's going on? With a kit, we've got everything you need. The jewellery, the gems, I should say, to make the jewellery, the findings and the threading materials. Mark's going to give us a demonstration. You can look at his jewellery for design ideas. If this is the first ever time you're approaching Jewellery Maker, start with a kit. I think all of our regulars would advise the same. And it can start as simply as buying this kit. We give you a free DVD to take you through some initial steps, how to start formulating and making your jewellery given these components. And we also give you the booklet, if you prefer the static visual picture, again, taking you through step by step. There's lots of ways to stay in touch with us here and get in touch with other tutorials on our website, as well as doing physical workshops today. I know we had Gemma Crow in today doing a workshop with us on sort of materials like threading, I think it was today. But yeah, so lots of easy ways to get started. We'll give you that absolutely free. So great gift idea for someone. And you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee if it didn't all work out anyway. So the gemstones, excuse me, do apologise. We've got these marquise cut mother of pearl shell. Mother of pearl, the shell that has a kind of almost like a mother of pearl luster there. And it's a pretty sort of coral red pink, isn't it? And lengthwise, they're just under 3 centimetres by 1 centimetre across. Love that sort of corally red pink there, but there is a sheen of white, like the pearlescence of mother of pearl. Then a great staple, and it gives a real pop to the jewellery, and because they're faceted, it just gives them an extra essence of luxury. It is these onyxes, the 35 carats of the black onyx, which are 4 millimeters, and this is a 28 centimeter strand. And don't forget, they come on with a tassel, and I know a lot of you are very inventive with your tassels and include those in your jewellery as well, but just look at that sparkle there, real night glamour. Then we've also got, and this is the labradorite we saw earlier with its gold and its blue schiller, and you're getting it on these gemstones here. These are beautiful faceted 6mm rounds, and these are 80 carats, and I'm just showing you some of the schiller there, the difference between the blue and the gold. So you've got a whole strand of that wonderful labradorite there as well, my word. Then, because we like to give you our traditional findings, our threading material, which is your beading thread, your elastic, and your monofilament, because they both have a different effect. Your monofilament provides fluidity, the beading thread, nice structure, and monofilament. The elastic, nice easy stretches can be made. But we also want to give you our satin cord, thinking of the macrame that Mark specialises in as well. This is, it's very bang on trend for simple cord necklaces, as we were talking earlier with those lovely leaf-shaped jaspers, agates rather earlier. So you've got 10 metres of the black satin cord, 1 millimetre thick, so it goes through a lot of the gemstones there as well, 10 metres. But we also provide the findings for your elegant drop pieces as well. And this is 98 pieces of silver-plated copper findings, so head pins, eye pins, chain, toggle clasps, shepherd hooks, crimps, crimp covers, and then the actual cord ends with the extended chains in there as well. And then there is also a little extra of the silver. Now these are silver just to differentiate. These are 925 silver findings. And you'll notice on them, they have a gorgeous texture. They're like a wheel. You see that? Now these are sterling silver and you get 5 of these. They're beautiful, aren't they? They just remind me of the wheel before you put the tyre on. I don't know why that is, but they do. Much more glamorous than that. They have that pretty texture around the outside, and there's polished edges, almost like beveled edges there. Oh, so you get 5 of those as well. All for an amazing deal. Because we bundle it all together. So separately, the components add up to a lot greater than what you're going to pay for this as a kit. We call them kits. So by bundling them all together, this is where the regulars make savings, and this is where you as a new starter can start with everything and make beautiful jewellery for yourself, but at a very money-saving price. Even those components sold separately on our own website, in our own Jewellery Maker store, would not add up to as little as $17.95. But there you have it. Great birthday gift idea, introduce someone to a new hobby idea, just get yourself involved with making some jewellery idea, just try something new today idea. $17.95, and we're going to go see the man who can make something beautiful out of that. Now Mark's remit is only to use what is in the kit. He's the heat-seeking nugget missile maker. But funny enough, there's no nuggets in this tonight, but he has done great things and wondrous things with the satin cord, because there's other, he's marvellous making jewellery, but he's great at the macrame as well. We love your designs, Mark.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They are beautiful.
I've never had a stone that sort of peachy, pinky,
sort of coral
colour
yeah.
before. It's stunning, isn't it?
It is against
beautiful.
the black.
Beautiful against the black. Absolutely.
So, talk me through your designs. I'll start with the bracelet just because we'll go from end to end.
Well, I've done 2 macrame bracelets. This one is a technique that I've called floating. I've got a habit of naming my own stitches, which I do apologise for people who are looking for demonstrations on YouTube. They'll probably be able to find them.
We've got an official name.
Yes, absolutely. But this is basically if you take it off the little bust there and turn it inside out, you can see that the stones are actually macrameed on top of the braid, so they all stand proud, which you can do with any of this sort of pillow shape or any of the flat, any of the round drum type, anything like that you want to sit proud. If you were doing an ordinary macrame technique with the 2 strands, the stone would tip vertically if you didn't have it embedded on the top like that. So that's just another little simple technique.
And then you mentioned you've done 2.
Yeah,
so
this is for the gents, and this is purely using some of the spacer balls that you get in your findings pack, and one of the little drums in the middle there, and it's just a simple little delicate little thing, but
very effective.
But for gents, I think that'd be perfect.
Maybe
without the
the
little tassel, maybe. But no, it's a really nice little simple square knotted bracelet.
And then we have this very dramatic necklace here.
Yes.
Beautiful. I like the way with the onyx you've emulated the navette shape.
Yes, that's just simply threading the black beads onto eye pins and just bending them. I mean, they're soft enough to bend into the shape. I mean, if you wanted to, you could straighten them out again. That's all that is. And as you said, to mirror the shell. But again, it was going to start off as earrings, and I thought, well, even my standards, they're going to be pretty long. So the earrings turned into a necklace. That's the joy of a kit. You don't know from one minute to the other what you're going to actually make. So that was this one, and then next I moved on to the labradorite, which I kept completely separate from the coral. And these are simple little beady beads. They're like very reminiscent of sort of Japanese Chinese lanterns, aren't they?
I love them.
And but I just love Labradorite, and as you said at the beginning of the show, it's one of my favourites, and it's a new addition for me. I hadn't seen or heard of Labradorite until joining Jewellery Maker, and it's my #1 top favourite gem in the world. I just absolutely adore it.
Beautiful beady beads.
Love it. And then
oh yes,
bracelet,
this
the little
bracelet,
bracelet, yeah, which is the quadrant weave or ladder
weave.
with the blacks running through the centre there.
Don't these strands go far?
Oh, amazing.
With your cord in there.
Amazing.
I mean, we're already onto the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th piece here.
No, it's stunning. And again, I would be happy wearing that. Absolutely.
Oh, it is.
It's just lovely.
It is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And last but not least, because this is the one we are going to look at, very, very fashionable, very easy. Lovely
Very
little
easy.
slip there. Well, no, it's not quite the slip knot perhaps that lady's talking about, but
well, Deanna
that's
modelled it
gorgeous.
because I was a bit unsure whether I'd left actually enough room to put over the wearer's head.
What we've done is wrapped it twice.
Deanna tried it on and it fitted perfectly, so I was really pleased with that. And that's just a nice little simple over the head with a tassel down the front or the back. You can wear it either way. But it's just a different way of using the satin cord that you have in the kit. Just with a bit of those little silver drums are just
aren't they delightful?
Beautiful. Love them.
Well, that's what you're going to demonstrate, my darling, aren't you? So this is just to give you some ideas about what you could do with this kit. And, well, 6 pieces of jewellery for $17.95. I've got to buy that in the faux jewellery shop. So
absolutely not.
Let's make it.
Not. There are quite a few components to this piece, of which I'm going to quickly go through what you need. You need, well, for my particular piece, I mean, you can have 6, you can have 8, you can have 10. You will need 2 of the little coral shell drops here. You have 3 of the black beads, and then a drum, and then again another little black bead, one of the little black onyx. So with a head pin and then the eye pin with the joining little tassels on here, one of which I've attached to the piece of work already. So we'll just make one of those quickly. So we pop that on to a head pin first of all, and we do a loop like so. And then we take an eye pin. We then thread 3 of the black onyx on, then one of the drums, and then the 4th black onyx, loop it off, and we've got the little tassels here. Okay. On top of that, we're going to need one of our lobster claw and extend chains. Okay. So discard 1/2 with the chain. Doesn't matter which half you'd keep, but you can always use that lobster claw in another piece of jewellery, which I think I've probably done one of them. So we take our cord. Now you're going to need 2 pieces, 6 foot long.
Okay.
Sounds a hell of a lot, but bear in mind you need to put it over the head and then have the dangles again. You need to double it over. So I've got 2 pieces, which I've doubled over exactly the same length, top and bottom. And we make a loop, like so. It probably needs to be about 1 inch. So that sort of length. We take one of our sides of our clasp. As I said, it doesn't matter whether you've got the lobster or not. And what we need to do is cut just there. Just cut it off completely, because all we want is the tiny little piece inside.
At the top here,
okay. Don't cut it off before you make the piece, because you can use the lobster as a handle.
Right.
So we just hold that like so. We put all 4 strands, which we folded over in half, into the lobster claw here, and just use your tools. Just get an awl just to make sure they're the same length, like so, and then fold those into each other, as we would do if we were finishing off a macrame bracelet, like so. You'd have a bit more time at home just to make sure those loops are the same size. Okay, fold that down nice and neatly. So that's now really strong. You've got your loops, and now we can dispose of this end. So you get your wire cutters and just cut that off nice and neatly. So in effect, you've got a nice little, looks like a spectacles holder.
You can make, could make yourself some nice glamorous spectacle holders.
Yes. And all you would do then is you'd get your loop and you would feed your 4 pieces through your loop. Okay. Feed that through.
It's a bargain price, isn't it, for $17.95?
That's amazing, absolutely amazing. And for the fact you've got that black onyx and you've got the Labradorite as well. It's amazing. So you've got your 4 threads. So then that would enable you then to put it over your head. and because the hole is small enough. So you get that sort of look. Now to attach the pieces to the bottom, you need, this is where more components come into it. I've put one on here. So we take our ends, of which we now have 4, and the first thing we do is thread on a crimp bead, which I've done before the show, because it's quite fiddly, and you will need to cut the satin at an angle to get it through.
Through the crimp, right.
And then we pop on 5 links of the chain, so you'll need to cut off 5 links off with your chain of the metre that you get in the kit. So we pop those on next. So 1.
That's a nice way to use the chain, just, you know, use the
I use it all the time like this. I always cut it into little sections. They're good at spaces in between beads as well. You
just add a little
put
bit
a
of glitz.
little section of 5 or 6 links in between beads, like so. There we go. So pop that on the top. Okay, and then we get our little section that we've made, and all we do is just make a simple double knot. So we thread through the eye pin, we tie a single knot and then a double knot. So keep that nice and secure, okay? Now when I first did that, I thought it was a bit messy, that's why I needed to cover up that knot.
Right.
So then what you would do is you would slide down your pieces of chain.
I see.
Like so.
And that just disguises it beautifully, doesn't it?
What you need to do is this little end, don't cut it off. You need to thread that back through your pieces of chain. So we'll just do a couple on this.
Back up through the links.
Back up through the links. So then they would fall down like so.
Yeah.
Let me try and do that. We'll just put it through one for now. So you would thread that back all the way up. And remember that little crimp bead that we had at the beginning? So when you've put on your 5 pieces of chain, you bring down the crimp bead so it touches the top of the chain, like so. You would give it a squeeze with your flat nose pliers. And at this point, we've now got the 5 pieces of chain disguising the double knot. We've got the second little tail pushing up through the 5 pieces of chain. And now we come to the point where we cut that off, like so. Okay, and now we've got that really unsightly little crimp bead. So this is where we need another component, which is our crimp bead cover.
Which is in the kit.
Which you get 20 of in the kit. And then we just pop that over the crimp, give it a squeeze, and then that, and then so it looks as if you've got another silver bead.
And it all just adds lovely, glitz and glamour, doesn't it?
So on a nice little drop, you've got all that bit of all the silver with all the black, and then you've got that punch of coral at the bottom.
And you just repeat that 4 times over?
4 or 5 times, however many you need.
Isn't that fantastic? So simple and yet, just lovely and effective and beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, we'll get Mark's designs loaded up on the website, obviously, so that if you want to refer back to it and have another look and just remind yourself or adapt the idea, then you can, but there is a bit of a queue for this kit right now. No wonder is it that price, and your wonderful designs. But please stay with me on the phone line. We have still got some left, so it's going to be a win-win for you if you just stay there with us. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed. So please don't hang up, because I want you to be successful tonight. Because you made the effort to call right now. So just hang in there. We know there are queues because our sister channels all feed into the same call centre as well as Jewellery Maker. But thank you very much, Mark. That's lovely.
Thank you.
So if you've got any questions for Mark. We're still trying to think of the overhand slip knot, which we think could just be a sliding. So if we have got that right, just give us a text. We may not be able to share it tonight, but maybe Tuesday night when you're back with us. But if there are any other questions we can answer or regarding Jewellery Maker, then text into 60777 while Mark's here. I'm going to get ready to launch the 6:30 showstopper, which is those gold-plated findings. $251 to be precise. Now Mark sets himself a findings budget every month, am I right?
I do,
£30 you allow yourself each month to spend on fine. Why did you set yourself the budget, can I ask?
Well, with beads, it's free reign.
Yeah.
There's not a set budget with beads because, if a new stock of amethyst comes in, I buy a lot of amethyst because it's a popular stone. But with findings, I thought, I could get carried away and I could spend a fortune, and they would just sit in nice little boxes. Yeah. So I always keep an eye out what findings I'm running low on.
Yes.
So something like this would be the stock up, but.
And that's all you need to do for the month because there's loads in it.
No, absolutely. I
see. Wise thinking, and then the spending doesn't get out of hand or anything like that.
No, I can buy more beads.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I'm going to start with those brand new charms which we haven't seen before until the other day. This is the dragonfly, or there you go. And there we have. Isn't that beautiful? These are gold-plated brass. The gold-plated, the gold-plated pewter, I stand corrected, the gold-plated pewter dragonfly. And there is the link. Now, I think it was Friday they were actually launched on the web. So we're only just really come to terms with them right now on the TV. We didn't actually realise they'd been released. So they are literally limited though, so we need to make sure we don't miss out. Now these gold-plated pewter, which pewter in itself is very special anyway, and great in jewellery. So it's a win-win here. And then we've got this wonderful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's almost like our spacer bars that are 3, or they're so much smaller. It's almost like it could be a wonderful cuff bracelet there, couldn't it? And again, can you see the detailed work there on the outside with the little spheres attached? And again, almost like when you oxidise your silver, you can actually see the pewter coming through against the gold there as well. So it gives a lovely two-tone effect. We've also got this wonderful, it's almost like the sunflower, the sort of the medieval sunflower affair, isn't it? The sun, I should say. And so that was our 5-hole connector. And this is our sun charm, 16mm, with the face on it there. And we've also got the 3-hole connector as well. So they're 4 of the gold-plated pewter charms. So brand new, only launched on our web on Friday, so you might have missed those, but they're all part of this wonderful bundle. Because also in the bundle I have these, and these are absolutely delicious. I'm just going to pick up a few because they're so pretty. Look at those. These are my twisted spacers. They're 7mm across, and they're gold-plated sterling silver. So just to differentiate, these are gold-plated sterling silver. These are gorgeous. Can you see that twist effect on them there? And you get 10 of those, and they're 7mm across. Then we've also got the beaded edged mini spacers as well. These are just delightful. And there's 20 of these. So just line up a few there. You'll be able to see them. Gold-plated silver again, with a hole drilled through the middle. They're like lots of little sunflowers themselves, aren't they? And they are 6mm. Sorry, forgive me, you actually get 25 of those, not 20, so 25. So 10 of the little sort of twisty rings there, and then 25 of the sterling silver gold-plated beaded edge mini spacers, 6mm across. Next up, you have the sterling silver rondelle spacer beads, and you actually get 40 of these. And these are the 4x2mm. There we go, let's just get a few of these down here for you. There we go. So these are quite thick, they're like little fat donuts, those ones. If I put them side on there for you, yeah? So they are, you get 40 of those, 4x2mm, sterling silver, but gold plated. So you can still see how lovely and fat they are, because they just sort of stand up as well on their edge. So beautiful. Then we also get the gold flash. Okay, so it's just a slightly different thickness of the micron thickness of the gold. And this is gold flash, and this is the copper, the gold flash on the copper. So it's a lovely mix. You've got the pewter with the gold plating, you've got the silver I've shown you with the gold plating, and now we have the gold flash, which is just like your gold plating, but a different micron thickness of the copper faceted cubes. And there's 72 of these, and can you see how they're all faceted, and the hole is in the middle, obviously. So because they've got that lovely faceted, they've got sort of almost have a sort of a disco ball effect the way they're faceted all the way around. A lovely sort of angularity. If I just push a few more to the front there, you can see a few more of them in the bundle. Lovely, aren't they? So there are your donuts. And there you're faceted. Oh gosh, there's loads of them, 72, because of course got a little bit more affordability with the gold flash on the copper. And then last but not least, these gold-plated copper closed jump rings. You get 100 of these. I'm just going to pick up a few. So we do lots of chain mill, we could do lots of chain, we could do lots of accessorising as Mark just has in between gems or over ribbon there. And these are 5mm jump rings, and they are closed, they're not already pre-snipped. You get 100 of these, and they're gold-plated copper as well. There you have it, your traditional jump rings. So it's a lovely mix. So all in all, 251. All gold plated on your silver, gold plated on your pewter, gold plated on your copper. Love those charms as well. And here comes your absolutely incredible price. This is a lot of gold, a lot of silver, lovely pewter, affordable copper, charms as well. $24.95. So my goodness, 251. So you could argue 10p. Almost, isn't it? 10p a piece. 10p for that lovely gold-plated dragonfly. 10p for that lovely gold-plated sun face. 10p for the silver gold-plated twisty donuts. They look like that lovely cake. Well, not that lovely cake. What was his name? He was making that. What did he call it? It was like a twisty round thing. Did you see the British Bake Off with Mary on Tuesday? Oh, Corran, wasn't it? Yeah, that's what they look like. They look like gold-plated silver Corrans, don't they? With that almond sprinkled on the top. I do love that programme.
They should do a fusion, shouldn't they? Strictly Bake Off.
Strictly Bake Off, yes! And we'd be on it! Hopeless at both, personally, but yeah. Oh, they should. They're probably already planning the show as we talk. $24.95. That's a great saving, isn't it, Mark? For all those findings.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
I mean, there's loads there, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many? 251, obviously, but 100 of the jump rings we know they're going to be useful. And aren't those little, you know, those hexagonal ones? They've got loads of lustre there, haven't they? They almost look like they're 24 karat gold because they've got such a
amazing,
shine on them.
They? No, they're beautiful. It's a nice selection, actually.
It is, it's a bit different.
And the little charms as well.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
They're lovely,
Wow.
and I love these little flowers here as well, those ones there. They're really pretty. Lots of you there, lots of them. The detail is in the gold there. GEG C52. I'm only rushing on because I've got so much to get through, but if you do love your findings and it's in your budget, I've got another fantastic rose gold plated findings offer coming up as well later on in the show. I've got amazing strand of tanzanite. 7 o'clock is the biggest eyelite strand I've ever seen. The biggest gemstones of eyelite I've ever seen. Coming up in about 20 minutes time, so an absolute find. I have absolutely no idea where we managed to procure eyelite of this quality and size. I've got the most beautiful remaining stock of the tanzanite faceted rondelles, and given the price of those tanzanite gems rising, but we're also going to couple with it a little cheeky silver well, not the stardust, but the glitter balls. Yeah, coming up with those. Got a lovely Kishi pearls right now. Low stock, low stock, low stock, low stock warning. Oh. Anybody's on the line for the gold, don't hang up because you're going to be successful. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. Please stay there with us. It's just I have to move on so that anybody that's been successful, and you know, so while you're waiting you can actually just say, oh, I'll add this to my order. Now, rainbow moonstone's got to be, because I've just seen the rainbow on the surface. Ah. Now, as soon as I say that and try to show you, it disappears. It's just my luck. Anyway, that's what the 30-day money-back guarantee is all about. Just move it, hold it in the light, and see the pretty rainbow that dances on the surface, the angular essence on the 60 carats of the graduated faceted ovals. 6x4 up to 10x5 is a 30cm strand, so it's a high-end quality strand there, and originating from India. Lovely, lovely quality. I can see that in the clear body, but there's little striations in there. Oh, Wow, the gem of new beginnings there. Our Laura loves her moonstone. $7.95. E, F for Freddie, S for sugar, F for Freddie again. O, 6. That's at an incredible price. Incredible, sort of a lovely, lovely gift for someone who's just starting a new job or new house or new baby or sort of new beginnings. That's what it symbolises. There's a gorgeous glow. There's only 8 left. Only 8 left. Okay, we love this gem. We love its variety. It's the instantly recognisable. Nothing is like it in the gem world. And look at the patterns on these. Oh, mookaite. Puffy ovals. This strand is delicious. Look at those. I mean, just look at the patterns there. This one up here has really caught my eye. Between the mustard there and the burgundy. That one's pure burgundy. And sunset pinks and like a vanilla, and then, ooh, that's like a coffee bean. Turn him over. Ooh, there's a streak of fudge running through it. Look at that one. It's just beautiful, isn't it? The violet pinks there. Gorgeous. It's all wonderful. One gemstone. Mooka Creek in Australia. Mookaite. 200 carats. You may never have seen it before, but my goodness, there's nothing else like it in the gem world. That's why there's only one original source. $8.95. But I'm limited in stock because it's a very popular gemstone. Yeah, well, I mean, those of us that have been to Australia, we've seen the mookaite. It's like the opals. The prices we sell them for here and on our sister channels, you can't pay them for that. And you think because you're in Australia, you might be able to get an opal for a bargain because you're actually in the country where they mine it, but because they know the value. They know that they're the only people that can mine for it. So quite rightly, it's a high fluting price. It's only us that are a bit nutty, taking it down so low. Well done, everyone. Hold the line, and do check out that gold-plated findings kit. Okay, so pretty, the blues. Now what I want to do is put it with the violet blues of the iolite. Just offset it there. I love blue. We can put it with whatever, but it's the dye blue quartz. Very pretty. See the darkness of that iolite, the violet blues. Just sit so prettily. It's almost like a sky blue topaz colour there in the quartz. That's my 7 o'clock showstopper, so don't miss out. This is WQG P57, 170 carats. What it ensures is that we've got quality quartz, but we've got that uniformity of colour in terms of that sky blue. And it's the closest you could probably come to topaz right now, which has doubled in price yet again. Because those topaz prices go through. So if you want to come closer to the sky blue topaz, but you want it in a real gemstone, this is perfect. $6.95. Very pretty blues. Well done, everybody. Next one is all the beryls. Oh, they're just lovely, lovely. Look at this. Look at them organised, the aquamarines, graduated, sort of hexagons. Pretty pinks in there, pretty whites, pretty blues. What a precious gemstone, but I'm so low in stock. RU60. 100 carats. It's an unusual shape, but a lovely one as well. That is very pretty as well when you knit it flat. That one, that's goshenite at its best. Next to the morganite, that is glowing. Once you just take them off, you just get all that light through them. Look at the aquamarine there as well. Then you've got sort of moving into the greens. Your heliodors. Beautiful aquamarines there, and the morganite. Stunning. Gorgeous, almost like turquoise colours in there as well. So pretty. But it is the last in stock. And very precious strand it is too, being part of that beryl family. And having such a mix of the family in there as well. What a bonus for a gem collector there, as well as a jewellery maker. $14.95. It's a mere steal, and it's been faceted so beautifully. You know, they're calling it saucers, but it's almost like a hexagon cut. So different, because of course beryls, with their natural inclusions, you know, that's why you don't see emeralds in rounds, and that's why the emerald cut was developed, because they're very hard gems to cut because of the jardins, the natural inclusions. because of course bits can just sort of shave off and get lost in the actual carat weight. So that's why the emerald cut was developed, so that you could actually have a cut that suited the crystal structure of the gem. So to actually cut these into hexagons is pure madness in my eyes, madness. But boy, they've done it and it works and it is beautiful. Hope you agree. All right. Oh, my word, it's almost bordering on your hiddenite, isn't it? And what happens here in we used to say spodumene because the vowels and the consonants look like that, but I've since learned you do not pronounce it like that. It's spodumene, which is far nicer. Spodumene just sounds like spodge, smudge, spuds or something, doesn't it? So we were saying it wrong all along. The way you pronounce it is spodumene, which is nice sounding anyway, isn't it? But it's the family of your kunzites, and you'll know the pink kunzites are so popular. And here, the aluminium in that famous pink spodumene gets replaced by iron, and that's when you move into the yellows and the greens. Well, it's nice to, well, you know, you've got to find out if you're saying it wrong. I can't pronounce a lot of the names and things from other countries, so, you know, unless somebody comes along and tells you, you're just, you know, you're on to hiding to nothing, really. So from the spodumene family. But oh my word, look at that. Now you see they've got the same properties that you see in your pink kunzite. That ability to phosphoresce, you know, like rubies, to glow. And look at these are incredible. Look at them growing, those elongated crystals. Can you see the way they're just, oh, they light up? Can you see that? Can you see the way they're catching the light? And because they're cut in those long graduated chips, and they'll have cut them like that because, again, we're back to the crystal structure, you know, like I just spoke about with the beryls. It suits the crystal structure of the kunzite, the spodumene family. Wow, they're gorgeous. Such a light emanating off them. Do you know what I want to put with those? Those fantastic, illuminating green amethyst nuggets. Ooh. Ooh, $11.95. What do you think? Oh, isn't that amazing? Can you see the way they glow there, Mark?
Beautiful.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
I haven't seen this strand before.
I haven't either.
No.
Very rarely get to see your green kunzite anyway. Oh, we love those. Are there any of those nuggets left? Can we get those? No, the nuggets are all gone, Mark. I'm sorry to say that to you, darling. They've all been allocated. Well done, though. Well done to you. Sorry, darling. I shouldn't have tempted you with the nuggety goodness then, should I? I've just flaunted it in your face there, wasn't I?
Yes.
Speaking of topaz, white topaz nuggets. Ooh, bordering on, if you don't mind me saying, a little bit imperial goodness. I think we're bordering on it because I can see little champagne hues in here, because topaz is all white, and it's when it's heated that you get those blues, or when it's diffused that you get those greens, or, you know, those permanent treatments. And that's why imperial topaz is so precious and so rare, because it's natural. And here it is in its purest form. You know, your white topaz. And there's a lovely little subtle hint. And again, can you see the glow there? I can see little hints of almost like a gold in there, and sherry pinks. So I really think we're close to the imperial there as well. Rarely see your topaz in this form, actually. 95 carats, but it has actually, it's just, topaz right now has just doubled in price yet again. That is not going to reflect in this availability right now, because we source these, you know, we're usually 6 months ahead of time. But all I can say, it's 6 months' time. I don't know if topaz will be these prices even on this channel, let alone our sister channels, because it's just doubled in price again. This is just going to be a what? A daft bargain. This is the time. You know, like the black spinel I said, where the Mahenge mines are closed now. Then, if you're lucky, you should feel bad about putting that price on the screen. DD, what do you like? Deanna? Oh, all I'm saying is, you know what, the prices are going through the roof at the moment, you crazy chick. She's back to murder again. Do we ever know what happened to Mrs. Gibbons? Have you thought through the rest of that story plot yet?
No.
That's what they all think, that she ate the wrong mushroom, but Barnaby knows better. She didn't. She did not. We know the post office wasn't raided, and she had her keys on her. So they could have gone into the post office and had the takings from the day before, but they didn't. So what was the motive for the murder? Did she have something else on her that was taken, perhaps?
Never thought
A piece of jewellery, maybe, yeah, an heirloom. And why has the vicar been making unexpected visits to the house? $6.95. It'll all unravel. Mark's coming up with a conclusion. It's all to do with a piece of jewellery. That much I will give you. That's the hint to the storyline.
String of pearls.
It's all to do with a string of pearls.
Okay.
There we go.
So have they been found, or
Well, what has
have
been
they been
found
stolen?
is a box, empty, that has the pearl imprint within it, where the pearls were.
Ah, okay.
And they are missing.
Is there going to be a long lost relative?
Well, I don't know. That's up
appearing?
to you, my darling. That's up to you.
Okay.
And what are they called?
Okay.
Okay, maybe the vicar is a long lost relative. We're going on. Which number, darling? Oh, hey? Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Don't forget my highlighter's coming up. I got those quiche bells. They're beautiful. They're big. They're the biggest quiche bells I've seen for a long time, actually. But look at this. Now, this is a big rounds for appetite. Big rounds. And you can still garner the bright neonness. But because they're bigger, they're appearing darker in tone as well. But their colour is almost like a bright blue turquoise, isn't it? Absolutely mesmerising. OCGP 91, 105 carats. Whoa, that is huge. But they're 6mm rounds, and yet again, I am limited in stock. Very limited. With the eye light coming up, I mean, look at these quiche bells. Oh my gosh, they're huge, huge. $6.95 for the appetite, brand new tonight. Those pearls, never. Look at the size of them, pure Nasa.
Nasa.
Nasa. Do you say Nacra?
Yeah. Well, I won't now.
No. Well,
I'll
it's
say
either or. To be honest.
Oh, is it?
I've heard it pronounced
Nasa.
both ways, Nasa
No, I like
or Nacra.
Nasa.
So I always go with both, and then I don't offend anybody.
Yeah.
Or
I like the way Scott says Labradorite.
Labradorite.
I like that.
Labradorite.
Yes.
Well, that's probably another way people do actually pronounce it then, isn't it? Labradorite.
I can't say the proper. No, I
Labradorite.
can't say it now.
I think we say Labradorite because of Labradors, but we're probably wrong. It's probably Labradorite.
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 Yeah. I like that. It flows off the tongue easier. I think. Labradorite.
Well, for you, for me, it doesn't. Labradorite. $6.95 for our appetite. Okay. Oh, I love these. Do you know, I thought they were dolphins. And then I've just seen carved flowers. I've seen these in the rose quartz and they flew out. But look at these, the leaves now have actually been carved as well. You could just put a really bright, there's deep purple amethyst there or poppy red. You see where they're carved on the petals there. Aren't they beautiful, 2x2, end to end? Little bow tie, oh, little bouquet, sort of, what kind of lilies? Oh, they're gorgeous, look at them, look at them. We know these unusual shapes prove so popular. Oh, aren't they lovely, Mark?
Like bluebells, aren't they?
Bluebells, yeah, bluebells. Look at that one with a little bit of red on the end. Charlie Chaplin feet.
These must be so difficult to actually cut in facet
I know.
shapes like this.
I think to carve, and you're starting with something so precious, aren't you? The gemstone. You just think, well, I can't really go wrong, can I? Because you can't redo it. You can't rub it out and start again, can you? Or
No.
cut the jewellery up and just think, I'll have another go. They're carving gemstones. Low in stock, though. Only $9.95. We know these unusual shapes are so popular. Only 11 remaining. First come, first serve. Please don't miss out. Going like hotcakes. Well done on the web. And if you're on the phone line, we do apologise for any queues tonight, but hang on in there. It's always worth an ask because sometimes there's one left and it could be you. You could be the next person to be answered that's going to be successful. So good luck. Alrighty. Oh, those mookaite flowers are lovely as well. This is pretty. A little caged heart. Thinking of those rose rose hearts earlier, those rose quartz hearts. This is a rose gold plated silver, and I call it the cage effect because that's exactly how it is. So it's a 3D pretty heart. There's the little link at the top. We're just turning it around there. The workmanship is gorgeous, isn't it? So fine, but give it a good old press, really strong. Just very pretty as a charm or addition to a necklace. Or
we had something very similar on a show last week, and
Did you?
And I had the idea of there's a very, very, very small strand of tanzanite chips. I call them microchips. They're very, very delicate.
Oh yeah.
And what you could do is you could find the largest space in the filigree and pop them all
Pop
through,
one in.
so you could have
like a little jangling.
Yeah, I think it would be beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yes, because they would. There are some spaces, and then you just fit it through from. Because the thing is, once they're in, because they're angular, they're not going to fall out.
No,
yeah,
no.
That's a beautiful idea. Stunning. Just capture a bit of colour inside, and it's rose gold plated sterling silver, $6.95. Now, if you do love tanzanite, they might not be big enough, small enough, I should say, to go through. Although there is a couple around rondelles in there that would towards the end there. Actually, those ones there. I have got some tanzanites that you could pop through there coming up, yeah, because they get bigger in the middle, obviously. But my ones on the end, I'm just looking, they definitely slip in there. Against that rose gold, beautiful.
Stunning, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I like that idea, Mark. I like that idea. Alrighty. Next up. Oh. Now, the faceted drops. On the screen, it's going to say faceted hearts, but it's a drop. There's no cleft, there's no Cupid's bow, there's no shoulders there. It's a drop. And these are sensational. Look at that for appetite. What you need to do though is get these in your hand because they're looking dark on the screen, but there is a really turquoise, bright glow within these drops. Very bright indeed, very beautiful. And you're really seeing the aceton neon colour. Oh, they almost have a, yeah, they do. They just have an inner life, an inner glow. That's the neon. They're big, aren't they? 25 carats. Heavens above. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So, say if we had sort of 20. Well, I know it was just for argument's sake. 25 carats, 2.5 carats. So, 1.25 carats each. They're averaging over a carat. My goodness, solitaires, that's so rare. It's nigh on impossible to get a gemstone, a singular. Yeah, they're almost a carat and a quarter. It's so impossible. Just a couple of times I've seen a singular apatite over a carat. It's so rare. And yet you've got 18 on this strand. That is amazeballs. You've got about 18 on there, 25 carats that are averaging a carat and a quarter each. That is phenomenal. We should be shouting this from the rooftops. Oh, holy moly, we've only got 6. That's the end of that then. You're almost selling them £1 each. Deanna, you'll be round that oak tree like Mrs. Gibbons soon if you're not careful. 1995. She's committed murder on the channel. Ridiculous. They're over a carat each, Deanna. The tut has come out. We're only halfway through the show. Disgraceful behaviour, but wonderful for you at home. She says, I'll do it all. She's flaunting now. Do it all again, she says. Amazing if you got that. Amazing. Oh. Labradorites, as we're now pronouncing. Look at these big pendulope pendants. Now, I just got loads of, there we go, loads of amazing shell. I found it. Everybody, I found it. I was just, when I say it and then I can't find it. There it is. Finally, I can show you what I'm seeing. Golden, beautiful, isn't it? And then the other side, I'm getting blue. Massive labradorites or labradorites. Oh, beautiful. There's loads. Don't you think I'm just picking one? Now I can't find it again. Just angling it in the light, isn't it? Oh, there's loads on this one as well. I'm not even coming close, am I? Oh, Where are we going with this, Fiona? Trust me, there's loads on there, and I'm just ruining it. And then this one's all blue. Is that coming across? Oh, now we can. Hold on a sec. Yeah, see the blue one? They're big, aren't they, Mark?
They're
big.
stunning, aren't they?
Yeah. Again, you'd only need one with that satin cord, wouldn't you? The faceting's exquisite. Oh, hello, there you go. You've woken up now. You've woken up now. Now I'm not trying to show you. You're showing off. Well, that's just the beauty. Have a look at home. They are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Move them in the light. Experience that labradorescence. Oh, wow. What a price. What a price. Because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the strand there on average. Oh, loads of labradorescence there. $11.95. Are you thinking well, they lend themselves to pendants perfectly, don't they?
Wire wrap pendants, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Or a light pull in the bathroom.
Yes, I know. We love our expensive light bulbs, don't we?
I would get labradorite in my house everywhere I can.
Draping from everywhere.
Well, we had the viewers. I've said this story so many times, but we had a new kitchen last year, and we inquired about getting labradorite worktops, and we would have had to. There was extortionate, so we didn't in the end.
You really would have had it everywhere.
Oh, absolutely! It would have just looked amazing.
Goodness. My goodness, well, I'm not even going to embarrass you now. I wouldn't even like to guess how much. Well, unless you were sourcing it from Jewellery Maker, you wouldn't have a hope, would you? No. I know we don't do worktops, unfortunately. $11.95. Oh, okay, moving on. I love that idea. It's so extravagant. Oh, a bit of fruity bootylicious. Just fun. Again, Christmassy fun. Bright berry colours. Gorgeous, a gorgeous crackle effect to them. Fun colours. It's a jamboree. It's a party ready to happen. Multicoloured quartz in the plain 8mm rounds. Green to the pink to the gold to almost like that apatite colour we just looked at. Aren't they beautiful? Really fun colours there, like tinsel. Bright bauble colours there in a strand. And genuine gemstones, quartz there, 150 carats. And a great size in terms of the rounds that you work with, 8mm. So if you're looking for that injection of bright colour, then these are perfect. Got some lovely other bright colours coming up as well. Look at those for later on. Woo, love those. $6.45, but I'm low in stock. That crackle effect is gorgeous. $6.45 for that whole strand. Must be close to 50 on the strand as well. Lots of gemstones there for your delight. Okay. Oh, now then, this is a treat. This is a treat, and again, would go beautifully. Don't forget, coming up as well, my iolite with my kyanite. You see, a lot of them have this LIT on the end, meaning stone. There's no reason why you couldn't match these two up together in terms of the blue family. I've never seen iolite as big as that in 9 years. But anyway, back to the kyanite, this rare, beautiful polymorph andalusite sillimanite from Nepal in India, in the Kali Kandaki region. Lovely luster on the facets there. Difficult gem to cut because those two different hardnesses within it. We've got some lovely, is it Kerala sillimanite coming up later on? I think that's what I saw the other day. Lovely. Yeah, lovely. Gorgeous quality. Beautiful. Lovely rich navy tones there. Rondelles, making the most of the luster because it's a deep dark colour, so let's enliven it further. Let's bring out that beauty by creating a large surface area and lots of facets there to get us lots of sparkle. But to put all those facets on it, it's so difficult because you've got a softer side to it and a harder side to it, so you don't know which matrix of the gem you're going to get when you're cutting, so a lot of the original carat weight can be lost in the cutting. So this is a meaty 55 carats in kyanite. It's not an everyday gem. It's, you say again, darling? Yeah, it's looking like your blue sapphires, isn't it? Rich blue sapphires. Indeed, it used to get often mistaken for sapphires. 55 carats, limited stock though. Is any wonder, because it's so rare and beautiful. Rare to see such a mighty carat weight at that price, I can tell you. $14.95. Beautiful. Like collector's choice tonight. You need to jump on that black spinel as well. I'm going to bring you later on now that the Mahenge mines are closed. Another fabulous gem coming to an end there, unless, you know, another source is found. Under £15. All right, one more before the highlight. Did you say which one? Yes, because it is so delightful, and it's the flowers. Oh, just look at them. They're heaven sent. The flowers in the mookaite. And even the little gems in between you can use.
Should we get rid of those light bulb moments where everything falls into place?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've just given me one this evening. I didn't realise that that's stone.
Yes.
And now you just think of all the ites.
Oh yeah, and
all,
your gemstones,
it all just
ironite.
fits into place now.
Yes, yes, the old Latin word meaning stone.
Oh,
light.
Wonderful.
Ethos, light, yeah, L-I-T, yeah. That's why it comes on the end of gems, yeah. And ios, meaning violet, so iolite, violet coloured stone. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, there you go. What was it you told me earlier? You told me where Flavia and Vincent have gone. And why they weren't in the Strictly Ballroom, you know, lineup. Well, it concerned me. Mark was able to tell me, put me out of my misery. 300 carats, if you want to know, and you're thinking like myself, they're doing their own show. Touring, what's it called? Tangoing again after midnight?
Well, it's a sequel to Midnight Tango. I'm not sure if they've named it yet, but that's what
I don't think they'll go with
now.
my title because it's not so good as a
What was
Tangoing
yours?
after midnight again.
No.
It's a sequel to Midnight
Tango.
There we go. That's where they are. That's why they're not on Strictly. Thank you.
But they are coming back next year.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that tidbit, but they are coming back next year.
Yes.
Oh, my word. Another big bombshell hits the screen there. 300 carats mookaite. Those pretty, pretty flowers. UJGP 89. $8.95. It's an amazing price. You've got all those almost like an oil-rich colour. You know, the oil painting colours, the pigments. And named after, as we were just discussing names, and you always think, oh, I'm always repeating, I'm always the same thing, but then, you know, you just said you didn't know that.
No,
I was thinking,
no.
I'm always saying it, but obviously you're not. Named after Mooka Creek in Australia, in Western Australia, where it originates from. Mookaite, Mooka Creek, ite, stone. $8.95, but low in stock. Is it time for the highlight? We all now can explain that one. Let's do it, because without a shadow of a doubt, 9 years, they are the biggest highlights. I'm not even talking across Gems TV, any rings, any earrings, any necklaces. I've never seen gems as big as this. And quite rightly, it should be a showstopper, if I can speak, showstopper. Never seen highlight gems as big as this. Now, I'm not expecting to see total clear clarity in highlight of these sizes. What I do expect to see, and it is just one of the most amazing phenomenons of the gem, is the pleochroism, to see more than one colour. And within highlight, you will see the pretty blues, and hence its similarity to sapphire. But it takes you on a further journey, and this is why it's called the water sapphire, because within it you see almost silvery greys and yellow golds. And that's why it's one of the most heavily pleochroic gems in the entire gem family. And with these large nuggets, it may not be as obvious on the screen, but when you hold them up and look at the light, you see that within the gems. Some are just violet blue, some are an indigo. This one here, for instance, I'm picking up a lot more golds in there. There's one further down, this one here, I'm picking up a lot more sort of silvers. I can see the natural inclusions in there. And again, I'm not going to shy away from that because that's what you'll see at home. And as I lift it, you can see some of that with the light. But again, that's what the water sapphire is. It almost looks like the little moss-like inclusions or the beds beneath the water that, you know, have the little plants flowing and growing in the water as the stream runs by and bubbles down the brook. It is like a babbling brook, but with a darker violet hue. And very pleochroic, and we always talk about how the ancient Vikings used it as a polarizing lens to navigate their boats, so it's a navigational gem for the sailors as well. But that's because it's steeped in folklore and history. But its charm lies in the violets, like I said, the silvers, and the golden yellows. So it's almost like sunlight on dappled water, you know, when just the sun kisses the water, gives it a gold hue. But you can see the clarity, so that's where your silvery white, you know, the silver comes in there, I should say, the clarity of the water, but then it's reflecting the sky, so there's your blues. And it has all of those three colours. If you see more than 3 colours in a gem, it's not pleochroism, it's another phenomenon that's creeping in there, because you never see more than 3. Sometimes they call it trichroic, but it's the optical property that you're seeing is called pleochroism. So it's a wonderful, rich gem, and honestly, I've never seen gems as big as this in gemstone jewellery on our sister channel. So this is a real treat to have such an incredible strand in your collection. 150 carats. Now they're all wonderful organic shapes. Different, some are like skirts, some are sort of more like a little kite shape. You see that glow there, that luster. Some are sort of like a haphazard hexagon, some are almost like a angular drop. It's all part of their charm. Design-wise, Mark, what would you do with the highlight?
So I'm just going through my head what I would do with it now. And our Christmas, we have a different theme every year. And this year I'm doing blue, black, and white.
Ooh.
And we have white lights, just little fairy lights.
Yeah.
And I would try and make little drops using these and make sure that they suspend in front of the lights.
Oh yeah.
I just think that would be beautiful.
So you can see the beauty of them, yeah. So you can see that pleochroism,
Yes.
and that's what they need. They need a little bit of light behind them.
I think it was stunning. You had all
Yeah.
the lights off and just the tree. I think it would look phenomenal.
Yeah, the little colours there. Oh yeah. Well, between your labradorite work
I
surface
know.
and your highlight Christmas decorations.
Yes, yeah. But no, I think as far as jewellery goes, I think it would definitely adhere some silver wire wrapping, some really fine basket weaving that Laura does, something like that would just
that'd
be
be
beautiful.
Do you know, it does look really good with silver. There must be something to do with the silvery hues in there, I think.
Yeah.
Just lends itself to that type. Gorgeous. And I've never seen eye light this big on a strand, ever. Or even in gemstone jewellery. So this is a tremendous find. Gorgeous. Anyway, we've got to get on with the business of giving you the chance to own this. As much as we love extolling the virtues and thinking about what we could do with them, I want you to make the jewellery. I want to see them on those wall of fames. The wall of fame even. How many have we got? XSRU33. Are you ready to pounce panther-like and OMG? Mrs. Gibbons is turning in her grave. $12.95. Heavens above. Barnaby will have another murder to work out in the gallery if we're not careful. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ample gem. No wonder Mark Maker's gorgeous drop decorations are made out of these, because heavens above, they're a steal. I mean, did I just count 19, did I? I've forgotten already because I'm so overwhelmed. That's astonishing. Not even a pound each. Not even close. $12.95 for one of the most spectacular strands of highlight ever seen on Jewellery Maker. Goodness gracious. I mean, we're going for the silver just simply because there is that, like I said, that clarity of the silvery water, that pleochroism in the gem. That it just, you know, in terms of tone and hue, it just sort of suits itself. But oh, beautiful. And the natural little sort of riverbed dendritics. Well, they're not really dendritic, but some have a little inclusions in there that, you know, that just looks like the fern or the little plant just sort of waving in the water, and others just don't have it at all. And oh, it's just beautiful, beautiful. And $12.95, affordable. That's what I love even more. Love even more. Can my voice go any higher? Well done. Don't go anywhere, because I've still got my gold-plated findings stash. I've still got the Keisha pearls, and they're named after the Japanese for poppy seed. That's what the Kishi means. And they're big, pure Nesor or Nacre. Gorgeous, so 100% pure pearl, as it were. And I've also got a big price slash on the wire, and I've also got a bundle. And if you love your pearls as well, I put them with the peridot earlier to create the Irish flag. Here we go, look at that for the bronze and the peach and the white. Pretty 3-strand pearl pack. They look very pretty with the rose gold. I know you might think orange, ugh, but no, there's something about that. Let me just, you know, the pinky hues. See what you think, see? I'm not going around the twist, honest. Does go, doesn't it? It does. Got to try these things. All right, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
It was here almost 650 years ago in Amir, where King Jai Singh first laid the foundations that was to become one of the world's most famous walled cities, Jaipur.
The city of Jaipur, commonly known as the Pink City, is now taking centre stage for gemstone cutting and trading. It's here in the bursting heart of the walled city that our gems of distinction strands are cut, faceted and polished. So, how do you get a pile of tourmaline that looks like this into a gorgeous strand that looks like this? So when you've got a pile of tourmaline like this, it's going to be made into gemstone beads. First of all, each one of these gemstones need to be inspected. A line is then drawn down the middle of the gemstone or wherever the gem is going to be faceted, and it's then taken behind us and then faceted into these rough gem shapes. Once each gemstone has been cut into the amount of pieces it needs to be, it's then time to shape the gemstones. These gentlemen are working on anything from a round to a pear shape, pretty much any cut imaginable. The next process is polishing and faceting, and this takes a huge amount of skill. It can take years for a lapidress to be able to facet like this, and each one of the gemstones can take up to 10 minutes to cut. A really lengthy but incredible process. The next stage of the process is really interesting. This is where each one of the gemstones is drilled, and what Sanjay is doing here is putting a drill through faceted beads of black tourmaline. The next stage after drilling is then to get the gemstones sorted into their appropriate colours and sizes. This can be a really, really lengthy process. Once the gemstones are sorted into different colours and sizes, they're then arranged into these strands and made into strands like this. Now each one of these gemstones could have gone through a 30 to 40 minute process to arrive on a strand like this. It's really quite incredible. If there's one thing that my time in India has taught me, it's the hours of dedicated time that goes into making each one of the gemstones we sell on Jewellery Maker. Are you looking to create bespoke bridal jewellery? Then come and join guest designer Sheila on our bridal workshop. Sheila will guide you through how to design stunning accessories, including techniques using headbands, hair combs and tiaras. The full course includes a selection of hair combs and headbands, a selection of findings and wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and a trip to our gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 6444 655.
Hi, welcome back. This is the wire I'm talking about that we're going to do a huge slash on. And what's my half 7 showstopper, sweetie? Because I've lost... okay, I haven't even shown you or teased you. It's a 10-strand bundle. Let me just give you a quick look-see. It was that coloured gemstone strand that I had a look at earlier. Oh, some beady beads there. Looks like tiger's eye. Some mookaite nuggets. Looks like sodalite. We were talking about earlier, sodalite, weren't we, in the pink aventurine? Some copper-coloured pyrite. Some, well, we used to call it the picture jasper there. Looks like prehnite to me. Some mystic coated hematite and looks like an agate, but we'll double check all that coming up. Oh my word, 10-strand bundle. It's time to do our Congo Gluey slash, probably the biggest you've ever seen on Jewellery Maker, and it is for 0.8. The favourite of the jewellery makers here, the 0.8, because of the versatility of the gauge. It's every man. It's everything to every man and every woman. It's perfect. You can do your twisting, your shaping, you can do your shanks, you can do your torques. It's just, you know, if you're going to start with a gauge, it's the one. It's the favourite of all our designers in terms of a wire gauge to simply start with. And just look at that for a pop of colour. Did you get those beautiful bright quartzes earlier that we just had for the limited stock? What about these lovely berry red ones coming up as well, the fuchsia pinks? This is the colour as well for the autumn, that bright pink. It's a huge favourite, huge favourite. And this is going to be a huge favourite for you. FLJM 77. And it is a massive, it's going to be a massive price slash down from $24.95. Are you ready? $9.95. Only for the next hour and a half though, till 9 o'clock. Excuse me, I was just fiddling. $9.95? It's crazy, isn't it?
Gosh.
That's a lot of wire, isn't it? 100 metres for under a tenner. We've got to take advantage of that, haven't we? Buy two. Buy two and you're still saving money. Buy two and you're saving £5, if that makes sense, from the original price. Everyone should buy two, quite frankly, because there'll be somebody not watching, they'll be disappointed they missed out, and it'll be your mate. And they'll say, excuse me, you saved £15, you didn't get me one for a tenner, and it's not, and yeah, excuse me, oh, do be brief. You know, it doesn't matter how heavy that, because you know, it's feral weight, isn't it?
You know, we had right at the beginning, we had the 5 o'clock flyer.
The 5 o'clock flyer.
We had the silver and the
bright bubblegum pink, Barbie pink, yeah.
Well, that's the, in macrame you have a lazy strand, which holds the beads, and you have the working strands, which do all the weaving. Now I use 0.8 as my lazy strand.
As your lazy strand.
And the 0.4 as my working. So if you bought that early bird earlier, right at the beginning of the show,
I'm liking that.
You'd have the whole complete set.
The silver, the baby pink, and then the bubblegum pink, and then the bright pink. And we've got the gauges that are perfect.
Everything you need. Absolutely everything you need.
And that we've got £15 saving on that early bit, that 5 o'clock show starter flyer thing.
Saving as well.
The flyer 5 o'clock. We did.
That's £30 saving then if you bought the 3.
Exactly. Goodness gracious. It's all savings.
That's incredible.
Amazing. It's incredible. $9.95 FLJM 77. Whatever you do, don't miss out. You snooze, you lose. Get the scissors because I just need to snip something. Not cutting the price anymore. Right, we're going to do whatty? Oh, heavens above. A brand new strand of aquamarine. Going to do it right now, and it's going to be amazeballs. I haven't even shown you it, have I? There hasn't been the time. Because it's just so you. Pretty aquamarine petals. I know, look at that huge one. He's just standing out in the middle there. And then the one next to him is trying to garner your attention as well because he's just so bright and clear. Wouldn't that look lovely, coupled with the eye light, given the watery feel and the blues of the eye light? Precious blue beryls, and I'm not going to hide away again because your beryls naturally, you know, a gem that has inclusions because of the pressure under which it forms. Minerals give the colour, but they take away the clarity. You know, they only occur when the iron mixes with the beryllium. this goes hand in hand with high pressure and high temperatures, and you know, it occurs. Well, it rarely occurs that all happens together, but then, you know, natural inclusions occur. We can see that, but we're still getting those aquamarine drops. What it's telling us is, it's like the laughter lines on the face. Yeah, you're wise and you've been through it, and we've lived through it together, and this aquamarine has been on a journey and a half to get to us, basically. So we must caress it and embrace it and think to ourselves, well, this is natural aquamarine. This is nature's greatest. This is 75 carats. Now, we were told this was brand new. You can have it. $14.95, because it's aquamarine, 75 carats. But Deanna, who is turning the show into the Midsummer Night Murders. Midsummer Nights? The Midsummer Murders? That's a different kind of play, a different show. Has decided, $14.95, nah. And, well, she's committed several atrocities tonight, quite frankly. But what's the difference? What could one more do? It's $9.95. Oh, my word. Under £10. Look at all those drops. Beautiful aquamarines. Even if you're not sure what to do with them yet, put them away for the March babies. For the Pisceans. Well, actually, Pisceans, your zodiac gem is the amethyst, but, you know, for us March babies, under £10 for aquamarine. Those waterfall blues, I always think the petals, I always love them in different, you know, like Mark's necklace design earlier, the drops with the marquises, and they were all different lengths. I just love that, doing that with drops themselves and on the end of chain. Because I just think they lend themselves to sort of waterfall designs. It's just me, it's just what I see, but you'll have much better ideas than me. Under £10, that's 75 carats of genuine aquamarine. You can't go wrong, other than miss out. $14.95 is a bargain. $9.95 for that entire strand. Under £10. Let's delve into the box. Oh, again, we're back with those pretty nude tones. This is our, you know, the sunstone earlier. This is our peach moonstone. Aren't they beautiful? Because we had a smoky quartz strand, very similar, and it had these great, you know, a range of tone there and hue almost, because it went from light to dark. I loved it, the smoky quartz. It was a kind of a, did you see it with me? It was a kind of a matte finish. And these are beautiful. I love the way they're drilled towards that navette shape at the top, that most vulnerable point, but they do it with such dexterity. Just look at those. The pinks, the peaches, again, the angular essence, that little hint of shimmering stardust over the surface of the gem. And then you've got the checkerboard facets, you know, dancing in the light, creating sparkle. They're so easy to accompany with other gems as well, given those sort of nude and rose pink and peachy tones. In fact, it was Mark who said, it's I realised it was pink adventure essence, but I'm going to take a gamble here. And he said, but it was sodalite and lapis lazuli, and I'm thinking peach moonstone might work as well, because we have some sodalite here in our 10-strand bundle coming up. All we need is a bit of lapis. Yeah, I can see where you're going on that.
It just works perfectly. It's a beautiful combination.
Bit of lapis and we're away with the fairies. Oh, and it's $9.95 for that exceptional strand. $9.95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 on average gemstones on the strand. All perfectly cut, all peachy, dreamy, and a bit of tasselage for fun. BJG K72, our big bundle is coming up soon as well. Oh, do you know, sorry, forgive me for not saying it earlier, but very, very quickly, I forgot about those lovely pearls it would have looked fantastico with. Oh, look at those. We forgot that, didn't we? And they're just made for each other. So just bear that in mind. Look at that. Oh, heaven sent.
Just a straightforward piece of jewellery like that.
Isn't it?
Having those layers, that's made,
Just a
isn't
lovely
it?
choker or
Very
bracelet.
Downton.
It is very Downton. He's still got 3 series to watch. We can't say anything about what's happened. You don't know anything about what's happened, do you? So that hasn't spoiled it for you. I don't know how you've managed to survive like that, but there you go. Not I mean survive, but how you've managed to carry on, avoid, not finding out the storylines is what I meant. Not can't survive.
And there's a Christmas special in amongst that lot as well.
Oh heavens! Oh, get out the tissues!
Oh no!
Tissues. I mean, in a nice way.
Oh, okay.
In a nice way, get out the tissues. It's just so lovely. Right, what's next? Rose quartz flowers. Abalone, silver coloured hematite, huh? I didn't quite catch that, Sweet. The silver coloured hematite, that's the one, she says. Oh, you lucky devil having all that to watch again. Well, for the first time, sorry. I'm very envious. Such fun is in store.
Okay.
$275 carats. Now remember the copper coated hematites that are so in now. So if you're being industrious and you know you're working ahead in time for the season and a busy rush in November, December, you've got to get these gemstone strands now. And not only that, if you want to be wearing the jewellery like this for that time of year, you can bet your bottom dollar when we wish we had it, we haven't got it. So don't wish what you can't have it now, and then your wishes come true. CCJ K28, if that made any sense at all. 8mm rounds. Oh, it's like the glitter ball on Strictly. We can't wait. $6.95. Craig's just written a new book revealing all about the whole Alicia Dudar thing on the BBC.
Has he?
I know. You're not impressed. You don't care. So it's old news, that. It's old news. What was her name?
Alicia Dixon.
Arlene
Phillips.
No.
Arlene Phillips.
Arlene. Yeah. I liked Arlene. Yeah. I liked Darcy. I'm not saying I didn't like Alicia, but I got a bit bothered by the fact that she wasn't a trained dancer.
Absolutely.
I just thought, from what point of view are you coming from?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Good point.
She was a singer who was exceptionally good at dancing and won. But you see, Arlene was trained, and so's Darcy. So I kind of
that's true.
Prefer to listen to their opinions, if you don't mind me saying so.
Miranda Hart was in for the running of Darcy's place.
Oh, now you see, I know she's not a dancer, but that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
That would have been brilliant.
She was in the running.
Miranda Hart instead of Darcy. Maybe she'll appear as guest. Cause sometimes they have little guest spots, don't they?
Yeah. Or she should be a contestant. I think she'd be amazing.
Or she'd be a brilliant contestant, wouldn't she? Should we set up a petition for Miranda on Strictly?
I think we should.
$6.95. She could go with who's the guy that often pairs with Zoe Ball on Take Two? Because he was really Ian Waite. Now he'd be tall enough for Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's about the size of the Eiffel Tower, that fella. Because she'd need a tall partner, wouldn't she? Under £7. Oh, wow! I'm ready for Fiona to pop a clog, so the real Fiona can get stuck in with Anton and show him what's what. With my 2 left feet. Go on, darling. Number 14, colour pop. Oh, it's a candy-coloured cacophony. Look at these, they're gorgeous. They are so pretty. Pretty. Oh, hello. Well, we better just get on with it. There's less than 30 available. UCGP 37. Earpieces all going to cook up. Oh, they're so cute. They're so cute. You see, that's like a Strictly outfit, isn't it, quite frankly?
Perfect.
The sequins.
Aren't they beautiful?
Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous. No wonder they've been so popular. That rainbow of colour on the bicones. The quartz, the crackle quartz.
They're my favourite shape for beady beads.
Bicones. Yeah, they make a great beady bead, don't they?
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a beady bead with these. So you could have all the different, well, they'd have all the different tones in there, wouldn't they?
Start with blue at the bottom and work your way up to the white at the top.
Graduated colour. Oh, now we're working it. But I haven't got many. Sorry. I think it's only the last 36.95. So if you really want to go to town and, you know, make an ample piece of jewellery, you'll have to get 2 or 3 now, because this is it. And I've not seen this where they've done the graduation. They've got all the different colours there, from purple to gold to blue to pink to bright pink to purple to gold to blue. So pretty. Sparkle. Girly. Love them. What's the time for? The 10 strand. Let's do one more. Let's squeeze in more. Oh, Mark's gonna like this, because it's like the, was it the smoky quartz we had earlier? Look at this, the amethyst. Love them. Because they're Mark's, one of Mark's favourites.
My birthstone.
Your birthstone.
This would be this would be my one for the gent strand. This would be my cufflink strand.
Oh, cufflinks. They would make great cufflinks. You see, there's 2 there. Perfect cufflinks. Yeah.
Because you have a large one on the outside, which doesn't go through the hole, and
then
they have to have a small one on the inside, so they're perfect.
we can just take one of these little ones here, or maybe go for a nice big plump juicy dark one on the other side.
Yep.
Light in the dark, and then dark, and then the light. Yeah. That's a nice pair of cufflinks, isn't it?
Beautiful. You can use gold or silver.
Yes.
Those would be beautiful.
Just use our toggle end, can't we?
Yep.
And then what would you use to thread through to create the bar? Well, not the bar, but the bit that's
just head
links.
pins.
Head pins or a bit of chain?
Head pin through with a loop.
Yeah.
And then a couple of links of the chain, and the toggle
attach.
on the other side, or another bead on the other side.
Or another bead, yeah. Or yeah, of course you are, because you're using the other gem, aren't you?
When I think I mentioned to the viewers on the day show on Tuesday that Drew and I, in 4 weeks' time, are filming one for the gents DVD.
Oh,
and there's going to be a 1/4 of an hour section solely on cufflinks and different styles and how to make them, and so all that's going to be covered on the DVD, which is coming up.
Good, because you know it's the one request we get on our sister channel as well. More gents jewellery, more gents jewellery. We just never know. Because anyway, let's bring in the price. That will be a huge hit, because fantastic idea for the guys, because there's never enough for the gents. And on our gems and that, we just don't have enough gents jewellery. And there's so many ladies ask about it, and so many men just ask about more gents jewellery, and yet we have a little bit of a new realm of it, and then anyway, and then it's gone, and then then it's ages again. Been saying the same thing for 9 years, Mark. So finally, you're on it with Drew Meister.
Yeah.
I bet if Drew has a go, he'll be making something with tassels.
With tassels?
He's got a fetish. I'll tell you something now. He's got a bit of a fetish and a thing for tassels. He's the tassel king.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
No.
You ask him about it. He's the tassel king. He'll deny it, but we all know differently.
But we're doing the late show on Halloween night, Drew and I.
Right. I think I might be your sandwich.
Right.
With you in the morning.
Okay.
But not with you, but I'm in the morning.
Right.
So you'll be the nighttime horrors. And I'll be the daytime horror.
And I've got to leave it. He's going to decide on costumes.
I see. Well.
Now tassels.
Tassels. It could be horrific.
Could be.
It could be horrific, my darling.
Right. Thank you for the warning. Thank you.
7:45. And then 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 gemstones there to delight, whether you're making your tasselage or your cufflink. Well, get it now, and then you can do the cufflinks. Make them as we've said, and watch the DVD when it's out, or get the top tips from himself. Right, my darling, is it time? Time for the showstopper. Would you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 strands? Have you got 9, or have I was one dropped off, love? The citrine, 10. It's all right. I move them about on the stands, and then and then I lose them. Right. Okay. We have. Let's start this end. My silvery grey, the agate cubes. Now, they're called the silvery grey, but they're actually a bit like your Botswana in terms of you've got your golds in there, but without the patterning. I just mean in terms of the semi-translucent sort of colours, greys, the silver to the white to the yellows. So grey, I think, doesn't really capture the wonderful mix of colours you've got in there in those lovely cubes, which are 6x6 to almost 7x7 millimetres. Then you've got the 4mm 50 carats of the pre-9. Some of them are absolutely as clear as a bell as well. So I think that's a cracking strand. And then the odd little one, you see the little fleck of the dark green pre-9. It's all part of the natural beauty, but you know, you could really prize pick your gems on that strand. Then the one that went missing, but he's back, 120 carats of the citrine. Those golden citrines which I held up earlier with the peridot. They're nuggets and they're 10x7 millimetres, so November, perfect in terms of November's birthstone. Then we've got the crackled agate graduated rounds. Now this is the one I held up earlier. Haven't seen it for a long time. I remember having this in stock and then it was out of stock, so it's back in stock now. And within it you get such lovely colours. I mean, real cobalt blue, navy blue, bright cherry red there as well, burgundy, sort of Paraíba apatite colour, purple, pretty oranges. It's a lovely gem. It's almost a necklace ready to go the way it's graduated there as well. And they range from 6 to 16 millimetres. Then the bright buzz, and these are a pretty barrel shape of the copper coloured hematites. Yeah, I love those barrel shapes. They're so distinctive, and the cut, it's just so sharp and just looks so cutting edge. They really have the edge there in terms of their shape. Look at the way they catch the light, really slinky minkies they are. Then we've got 500 carats. And this is where my heat-seeking missile nugget strander would really go berserk, because they're huge. It's like a double strand. Look at those. I can barely fit them on the hand. Look at the size of those mookaite nuggets. I know. Massive. I've got a hand big enough. Loads of them on that strand. It's almost like a double strand, because you can see they are double. Well, it's all one strand, but it's two that is the same length as the other one. So it's almost like a double. Then you've got the sodalite we looked at earlier with the peach moonstone, 410 carats, another ample gemstone, big elongated nuggets. Now, this is cheeky. Do you remember we said about putting gems in that little caged heart of the rose gold? These are the tiger's eyes. These are 2 millimetre. And you can see the tiger's eye. That's how I identified them on, because I saw the chatoyancy of the gold on the brown, because I was looking at them thinking, are they agates? And then no, I spotted the chatoyancy, so it just goes to show you how well they have been hand cut to bring out that wonderful optical property. 2 millimetre, great for beady beads, great for detailed work. Just lovely to have that differentiation of size as well as gemstone in this multi-pack. Then that's 8 carats. We've got 80 carats of the impression jasper. I'm going to put it up this end because I'm running out of space. So again, lovely caramel rivers and dendritic patterns on a very deep, rich black currant purple of the jasper there. They're at 6x4, 80 carats. And last but not least, right at the start of the show, I picked them up with the tanzanite because they were so pretty. The rainbow coated, let me just hold those closer to the camera. Look at those. Rainbow coated hematite rondelles, 18 centimetre strand, ready for the party season, capturing a party, capturing the mood, capturing the sparkle and all the colour. So it's an incredible mixed bag of both gemstones and shapes, cubes, rondelles, beady beads, large nuggets, barrels, elongated chips, perfect rounds, both in the 2 millimetre and the 4 millimetre rondelles, as I said, and the barrels. Lovely long nuggets, fat nuggets, nuggety goodness. We already had that one. That sold out. It was a huge success. This is HGGC 88. Now, when we bundle it all together, it's like when we do a kit. When you buy all these components separately, it's going to cost a lot more than the price I'm going to give you right now for all 10 strands. It's almost like 11, isn't it, with that mookaite strand? This is where you store, if you're budgeting for your findings, this is where you're not breaking the budget, but you've got the gem that you need to suit the jewellery that you want to make. Under £20. I know. £2 a strand. Good heavens. You've got to go to Australia for us. Look at that for a minute. £2, Mark. What would you do with those nuggets, lover? What wouldn't you do with them? I could lasso you with these, love.
I can't.
They're so huge. I wouldn't literally, but it's like a skipping rope, isn't it? He's in nugget heaven. The man is speechless because he's in nugget heaven. He's zoning in like a heat-seeking missile. He can't speak.
It's incredible.
It is incredible.
Absolutely.
It does leave you speechless, darling.
That's the best 10-strand price I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, because even when we've done it, it's sometimes £2.50, aren't they?
Yeah.
So for £2 each, and you've got some corkers in there, haven't you? Like your mookaite, like the hematite, and the barrels and the agate. Well, they're all corkers for that price. Citrine.
Gosh. How does she do it?
He's upset now. He's too upset for words. I'm ever so sorry. I've come disconnected. I have to move my hand away. Let me drape. It's because my little earpiece, as you look in wonder and awe, I'll drape. And I'll just fix my earpiece while you're looking. She's upset you now, hasn't she, Mark? She says...
That's fantastic.
My producer says, well, I think Mark worries when he comes on the show with me because he knows I upset him. That's what my producer's saying in my ear. I'm just going to redo my earpiece while you look at all of those, and don't miss out, lovelies, because it's a fantastic offer. Absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to do a bit of a repair job. But it's only till 9 o'clock tonight. Only till 9 o'clock tonight, so we can't afford to miss this opportunity. Once it's gone, and we know earlier that that fantastic bundle I had earlier, the nuggety goodness, that was a sellout success because again, it was just an unbelievable price point for all of those strands. So it's where you're not breaking the budget, but you're increasing your store for lots of fantastic present ideas and gift ideas and industrious jewellery making to sell maybe. Right. Oh, it's an Aladdin's cave of goodness, isn't it? I'm back with you now, everybody. That's cracking. He's still stumped for words. Under £20.
Wow.
See, well, this is the truth of the matter. Again, just some just jump together, just start to work together. Beautiful. So you can actually sort of do some pairings, but fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Look at that, the soda light and the silvery agate. I think I was probably about 20 of these bundles remaining now. 20 left, so it really is first come, first served. Good luck, everybody. There's a bit of a queue. I've still got my quiche pearls. I've still got my lovely 3 pearl strands that we showed you earlier. Still got my tanzanite. Still got my rose gold plating stash, but I've got some more low stock to do. So... I mentioned flowers earlier. I know you're going to love them. Let's do them. I'm just reaching for my black pad, just so you can see how pretty the shape is. You could see flowers, or you could see butterflies. I see both. Now, how are we getting on with the plot, Mrs. Gibbons, and the missing pearls? What's happened in the next, after the ad break? What's happened now?
Barnaby has got a secret long-lost twin brother. And they've just had a brawl in a fight in a pub, and the viewers do not know which one is which. Now, one of them is bad and one of them is good, and they're pretending to be each other. And
so, is the twin brother parading around as is the inspector as well?
Yes.
So he's confusing the villagers.
Absolutely. And there's something special about the string of pearls.
And there's something special about a string of pearls. My goodness.
They're no ordinary string of pearls.
They're no ordinary string of pearls.
Because it's secreted in one of them. It's a secret microfilm with the plans of a bank.
I've never known a Midsummer's quite like it. No wonder Mrs. Gibbons was murdered. So in one of the pearls is a microfilm. And there is Inspector Barnaby has an evil twin.
Who wants the pearls, but we still don't know who has the pearls.
We still don't know who has the pearls. We still don't know why the evil twin has come back and is posing as his brother.
No.
And there is much confusion in Midsummer. Well, I can't wait for the final instalment, quite frankly, after the ad break, because this plot is hotting up like you wouldn't believe. QP, why did they ask us to write for that program? I do not know, quite frankly. QPGP 57, the flowers. Oh, we love the flowers. The butterflies, they're only $6.95. So pretty. And there's loads on that strand, aren't there? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, Bruce, our Dark Lord, has just added to the plot. He said there is a Lothario of a new landowner that's just moved into the village as well.
Oh, okay.
You have to add that into the mix now.
Okay.
This is an epic. This isn't a 2-hour episode now. It's turned into a mini-series, this.
Okay.
So you have to get in the Lothario.
My ending involves a Ginger Tom and Tom Cruise.
Oh, well, I can't wait. So maybe the Lothario is Tom Cruise. He's the landowner.
He's not.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Oh, you've got to think of somebody else now then.
No, I already have.
Lothario.
Already have.
Okay, we will wait and see. $6.95, lots of taking advantage. Let's move on. I'm sure there's lots of you at home saying, oh, I wish you'd move on. Number 20. Loads of these. 5 grams. What did somebody, 50 grams, somebody counted these. Didn't we have this discussion the other night? No, we said if anybody wanted to, but then somebody had counted them. Yes. Ah, right. And unfortunately, I can't remember. Somebody had counted. Oh, what was it? It must have been on the other show, darling. I have been working with other Ds. Yes. They sold me on average how many 50 grams was, and now I've gone blank. That's not helpful, is it? That whole rambling story is not helpful at all. 50 grams. Let me just say it's hundreds. It was it? Do you know what? In my mind, I've got 271. Would you say more? Yeah. So let's just ignore what I just said. Could the person who actually took the time to count 50 grams worth of the silver-plated copper crimp covers text me in? I said they must have given it to one of the kids to do. Come on now, I'll give you a biscuit, a ginger nut if you just count these for me. That'll keep you quiet for a few hours. I can only count up to 100. Doesn't matter. Put them in 4 piles. Maybe it was 471. It was just loads. 50 grams is hundreds. If you have taken the time to count the crimp covers, what possessed you first off? But anyway, if you have, thank you. Would you put me out of misery and text me? Because I honestly can't remember what I said the other night. QOGP03. It's a lot anyway. We're not going to start that business now because we'll be here all night. And the silver plating on the coppers. It would be even less riveting than our Midsummer episode. $9.95. Under £10. Tremendous. Loads there. This is where, again, you know, you're adding to your store. Lots to get on the lines for those. You're not bothered with the fact that I can't remember how many are in there, but it's 50 grams. You can see there's hundreds in there. Oh, I'm really kicking myself now because it was a lovely nugget of information. I thought, and how, you know, somebody to take that time and trouble to do that. Perhaps I'll just take them home and, you know, come on, Jed, you can count those. You know, bless them, you know, it gets to 20 and then it gets a bit confused. $9.95. Lots of piles of 20-some. Let's do the nuggets of turquoise, the natural turquoise. Do you remember earlier I said to you how limited this was, so rare, so difficult to source? Less than 10% of all the turquoise, you know, is in the natural form. But we've got it. It's beautiful. You know, it has got that lovely quality, so that, you know, you haven't got the porosity there to, you know, lose that wonderful colour there. You can see all those pretty copper colours of the blues there, the rich turquoise there, because it's a gem where the density of the turquoise and the hardness can vary greatly, and that's why often treatments are applied. But this is natural, so less than 10% of the world's supply of turquoise is untreated, and that's why companies are so good at it today, at reconstituting or dyeing, you know, gemstones. There's nothing wrong with that as long as it's being sold as the correct, you know what it is. And obviously a lot of the mines in Arizona and New Mexico, they've ceased mining, you know, so the gem's normally found about 100 feet below the surface. And once, you know, the earth, once it's sort of being mined or the pit stops unearthing the turquoise, there's little point in digging any deeper, because it's not like tanzanite, it won't necessarily be found any further. That's where it forms necessary. So once you've extracted that vein of turquoise 100 feet below, you're pretty much, that's it, done. And of course, other mines have closed because of costs, mining costs. And this is what's happened with the Mahenge mine and the spinel that was being sourced closing down. Unless they could start to sell the spinel for £500 per carat, it wasn't covering the costs of our friend Mark to keep his mine running. So this is why we need to jump on the spinel as well that I got later on while it's as well. This turquoise is here with you, natural turquoise, speak for a fabulous price, 120 carats. No! That's another murder. In Midsummer's under £10. It's a good job Barnaby's evil twin is here to, you know, catch up with all these murders. Good heaven. Under £10. This is amazing nugget strand. Look at the length of his double strand. He has got his work cut out from him. What about that turquoise with here? How pretty it looks with the rose gold. That's the rose gold plated rosary chain coming up in my rose gold stash. Ah, that's what they call you. Under £10.
That was a good splice you just did then.
Thank you. Just
started
came to me.
off Flash Gordon into Kiki D. It's brilliant.
I didn't realise the Kiki D bit, but thank you. I'll still go with the Flash, the saviour of the universe.
They don't make them like that
song
anymore.
was that?
Star.
Oh, Star.
That's what they call you.
Oh yeah, can't be. How is Kiki doing these days?
She was on the radio actually. She's doing a tour. She's touring. Yeah.
Is she
She's got a new album as well.
You know everything about everybody.
Yeah. I was quite surprised. And I hope I haven't made this one, but I think she's approaching 60.
No. Kiki D approaches 60.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Well, she did the duet with Elton. And
that was right. That was 30 odd years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, he must be about that now as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's 67, Elton John.
No.
Yeah. It's quite scary, isn't it?
Where does the time? 67?
Same age as Cher. Cher's 67 this year.
No.
Yeah.
Cher's 67?
Yeah, this year.
The revelations on tonight's show is phenomenal. She's like, oh, this bombshell after bombshell, isn't it? 67. Let's take a turn back time. I don't know who that was. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it?
Well, you'd just love to look like that. You're 27. I mean, I don't mean the face necessarily, but of course she's cracking on there. She looks amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
You can afford to, I suppose, but still, let's face it, it's hard work.
Yeah.
All that came from Star! Flash, Stash, the saviour of the universe. Let's move on. Number 23, the bombshell after bombshell we are experiencing. Oh, heaven. I'm in heaven. Look at these. See the nuggets of information you get? Marky Marks on the show. Oh, look at the labradorite. Labradorite. Oh. We should have a gossip blog, Mark.
We should.
JM gossip blog.
I think we should as well.
Yeah. You could just really, you know, because all the goss love. I'd just be there, gaping mouth. No, never.
In my loft at home, I don't know why I'm confessing to this, in my loft at home, I have got OK magazine for 3 weeks, the week leading up to the ceremony and the honeymoon of Posh and Bex in OK magazine when they got married. That must be 13, 14 odd years ago now. I still got them in the loft.
So that was fascinating. You said the week before, 3 weeks leading up to it, or the week during, the week after?
The week leading up to it, the week of it, and then the week afterwards.
My goodness, I didn't know it was a 3 week episodic.
It was, yeah.
Does an OK come out monthly? Is
Sorry,
that just like
weekly.
Oh, weekly. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Hello, aren't I?
That's weekly as well.
Is that weekly now?
And then there's Heat, which I
thought
really like. Heat
magazines were
magazine.
monthly.
We're weekly.
Where have I been? Did they used to be monthly?
I don't think so.
Totally. I just, gosh, I really thought they were monthly. I never knew that. Weekly.
I love my gossip magazines.
I have been missing out, and I have just clearly been. Someone's been giving me one magazine in the hairdressers, and I thought, oh, there we go. I'm happy with that. And little do I know, there's 3 other for that month.
Tatler and Cosmo and those sort of magazines, they're monthlies.
Yeah, but I really thought Hello was monthly though.
No.
75 carats of gorgeous labradorite. Labradorite. Here comes your amazing price under £10. BDRU 51, and the revelations continue. Under £10, my word. Astonishing. They never did. Oh, all those tones, the silver to the dark to the rich, and then you've got that lovely labradorescence. You can really see it there on the strand as well, sparkling with such intent. And don't forget, we're coming up to my 8 o'clock showstopper as well. Oh, there's so much to fit in, but it is miss out because we're just piling as much as we can into the show as well in terms of what you could miss out. So on to another one. Let's crowbar a few more in. Oh, Mark's favourite, the bicones, and we've got all the the fluorite. I was going to say amethyst, but then I realised, look at that, I could see bluish greenish tones in there, but you could mix these with the amethyst perfectly. As Mark said earlier, very pretty to make your beady beads. There's more lilacs in there, but then you look at them closely and then the whiter ones, I shouldn't say whiter, but the more clearer ones, they've just got that little hue of a little bluish or green tone in there. What a magnificent strand. NHG P82, 60 carats of multicoloured fluorite bicones. They're about 6 by 5mm, but boy do they have a lot of lustre. You really pick out the colours there, the purples and the lilacs, and then those bluish tones. Those bluish tones would work beautifully, both with my brand new tanzanite strand and also the bluish tones that you just saw hinted in the labradorescence of the labradorite that we just had as well. Gorgeous. But doesn't it look beautiful in itself as one whole being? Because the tone, the hues are very interchangeable and mixing really well anyway, because of course it's all the one magnificent gem and its variety. But I am low in stock. I am low in stock. Here comes your incredible price. Don't miss out. £7.95, and all the faceting that goes into doing those bicones and how intricate it is, the hard work, you know, the symmetry, the mirroring of the size. Just making sure you get each facet right and the same size as the next facet. Getting the angle, you know, the perfect angle as well. So it's so difficult to do with the bicones, and this is why invariably often those more intricate cuts are more expensive in a similar sized gem. But here, straight down, because it's the last in stock and we're making way for a new shipment. And all you've got to do is ring 0800 644 655. It's a free phone number. We've got an hour left of the show. Mark's been working on a brand new kit, a challenge throughout the show. We've got to do a showstopper now. I've got the pearls, I've got the tanzanite still to do, and my rose gold stash. Let's do a showstopper. All right, it's the Keisha pearls, the Kishi pearls, meaning Japanese and Japanese poppy seed, because they're just like a little irregular nugget sort of shape. But I have to say, these are some of the biggest I've ever seen, and they don't tend to happen very often now, mainly because, you know, they can X-ray pearls, and if they don't see that there is any nucleus, then they will implant one, and then that there is an increased chance then, therefore, of having a perfect round pearl. So they're very, very rare indeed, and they're also so, their luster is just so voluminous, so, you know, it's maximized because, as we said earlier, the nacre or the nasa, however you wish to pronounce it, it's just 100%. It's 100% pure layer after layer after layer of the nasa. It's just beautiful. Yes, so yeah, I suppose in many ways it's the most natural kind of pearl you can get, because there's no little foreign body there interfering with its growth, although that's often what starts the process. But, you know, it's a build-up of these nasal layers. It's just delightful, and every one is irregular, but can you see how they do look like a pearl tinsel? You know, when you sit them together, they all group, they all harmonize. There is such an amazing orient, because it's, like I said, 100% of those layer after layer, which just increases tenfold, 100-fold. The lovely iridescent shimmer and sheen, the pearlescence, and that rainbow of, I'm picking up greens, I'm picking up pinks. They're absolutely charming, totally beautiful, totally gorgeous cultured pearls there. Natural champagne peachy pink. There's an effervescence in that colour. Beautiful, but of course they will sort of look a more sort of ivory colour. once you start to separate them, because obviously when they're bunched together like this, they seem to have a more intensive sort of peach hue, but start to take them apart, you're going to get some real ivory cream, some whiter whites. They've all got that lovely rainbow of orient. I mean, every one is caucus. Some are a little bit more peachy, some are more champagne. This would look gorgeous, I think, with your, if you've ever been lucky enough to get the imperial topaz, you know, with the champagne and the sherry colours, that natural rare imperial topaz. Very pretty indeed as well, just bringing to mind the rose gold finding stash we've got, you know, with your rose gold as well. Something so warming and inviting about the pinky peaches there and the rose gold colours of the precious metal. It's a real treat, a feast for the eyes and a treat for the jewellery lovers there and the jewellery makers. FEG P07. They're almost like your pearl nuggets, aren't they, in a way? More. I know we do have pearl nuggets, but they don't tend to look as nuggety as these, do they? If that makes sense.
This particular strand is the drill hole goes right through the middle. Yeah. Straight through.
Like
yeah, absolutely. Which makes it amazing for restranding. Yeah. Very, very easy.
Rich, aren't they? Really rich. They're just shining so much, aren't they? And they're unmissable. And they're beautiful. And they're organic. And they're rare. And they're brand new today. $6.95. That's the villainous laugh of my producer. I bet that was the cackle we heard behind Mrs. Gibbons' body when the pearls were stolen with the microchip film inside. But she paid more than $6.95 for them. Oh my word! Buy 3, buy half a dozen. My word, we can really make the most sensational rope necklace of pearls, because we can buy 4 for that price and have a rope strand of pearls on a long dramatic jumper dress, or we could do layers, very Chanel-esque. Coco Chanel was never dressed without her pearls. She mixed the faux pearls with the real pearls, didn't she? Never felt dressed without them. They were her favourite gemstone. Oh, let's drape them from our ears, from our fingers, from our hair, to our toes, to our nose. Let's create the tinsel on the tree with pearls. Let's create the lantern pools. What else can we make?
In the whole 60 years of the Queen's reign, there are only 4 days that she hasn't worn her pearls.
No! Just, can you see the facts we're getting tonight and the juicy tidbits?
And those were the 4 days that she had her children.
And she always has pearls
every day.
on.
It's the same. It's a set of 3. It was. I can't get it right, but it was between Queen Victoria and her. It was a passed down.
Passed down. So maybe Queen Alexander. Maybe
it might have been. I think they were hers.
Mother,
I think they were hers, and they were passed down. But she's worn them every day, apart from those 4 days.
When she had her children.
Yeah.
Well, why did she wear them when she was having her kids? Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna be dressed for the occasion, you should have your pearls on, shouldn't you?
Oh dear.
Heavens above! Well, you are never quite dressed without them, quite frankly.
No.
Well, Coco Chanel, what does she know? The Queen was all over it. Creating the fashion, setting the trend.
Yep.
From the sexy glamour of Marilyn Monroe to the chic glamour of Coco Chanel to the opulent royalty of the Queen Madge herself. Under £7. Queen Lizzie. Under £7. Again, you know, we joke about, but we're very serious about these prices and the quality of the gems. And in all seriousness, that is a phenomenal deal. I am being serious when I say do buy 3 or 4. Do create that long draping rope necklace. Be extravagant with them, because at that price, how could we go wrong? We could miss out, quite frankly. And I've got the prettiest rose gold finding stash. That's what they call you. Coming up, and I'm going to bring you the brand new pink colour chameleon, pink colour, coloured chalcedony, brand new pink coloured chalcedony. When we come back right after this, so don't go anywhere. We're just going to catch up with those phone lines. Good luck, everybody. There's lots more to fit in and loads more tidbits to find out.
Chandy beads are Jewellery Maker's range of 925 sterling silver beads that have been handcrafted in our workshop in the heart of Jaipur. There is an 8-stage process to craft these artisan beads. Stage 1 is the annealing process. This is when heat is applied to the sterling silver wire, then slowly cooled down in order to soften the metal to make it more workable. Stage 2. This is the pattern making process. This is where the silver wire is put onto the spindle of a rotary machine. Stage 3 is the cutting process, and Stage 4 is shaping. Stage 5 is soldering, and this is done to give firm joints to the beads. Stage 6, assembling. Stage 7 is surface cleaning. And finally, Stage 8 is the plating process, which starts with steam treatment to treating it with dilute sulfuric acid to remove the impurities and making it perfect for plating.
Come and learn alongside our expert Liz Welsh about how to use your jewel enamel starter kit. This DVD will introduce you to the fundamentals of using jewel enamel, including melting, using Carantha molds, heat polishing, bezel setting, and adding gleam and a stellar flash to enhance your designs. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Are you looking to create bespoke bridal jewellery? Then come and join guest designer Sheila on our bridal workshop. Sheila will guide you through how to design stunning accessories, including techniques using headbands, hair combs and tiaras. The full course includes a selection of hair combs and headbands, a selection of findings and wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and a trip to our gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 6444 655.
Just admiring the night owl because we've got some jewellery made out of it, that fantastic tanzanite strand. Now there's still some queues for the pearls, so please bear with us. Thank you, Joanne, for your lovely text. She says Mark is a fantastic teacher and she thinks I'm all right as well. Shall we have a little look? We said, well, we like that text because it's complimentary about us. Raymond and Joanne and Devon, and this is brilliant because she says, hi, it's Joe here again. Deanna, please tell the audience that Mark is a wonderful teacher and I would recommend his course to everyone. Mark is very patient and I should be back for another course with him and hopefully with all the guest designers. Workshops when I'm better. Tell Fee she's wonderful. Oh, Joe, we love you. And also, Joe lives in Beer, where they film Midsummer Murders. I think that's hilarious as well, because we're talking. That's obviously not hilarious for you, but it's hilarious because we're talking about Midsummer. It's brilliant. So lovely, lovely to hear from you, Joanne, and Mark. Well, sends his love, don't you, darling?
Absolutely.
Big kisses. Big kisses. Alrighty, the Tanzanite strand is our night owl. It's coming up. Stay on the line for those pearls. We want you to be successful, and I want you to get this Tanzanite strand, and I'll show you that beautiful, beautiful jewellery you can make. Rosanna made it out of that gorgeous, gorgeous strand. But we've got more to bring you now, so onwards in the next 3/4 of an hour. What? This bright pink. Darling, is this it? Yep, my bright fuchsia pink. It's the chalcedony I showed you earlier. I showed you it with the 5 o'clock flyer, the bubblegum pink 0.4 wire with the silver wire as well. And it's that colour which is the big colour for the autumn. That bright cerise pink. It's just pink. Pinks are in. Pinks are the colour, which is nice and bright, and you know, you may not basically want to feel flamboyant enough to sort of wear it in a dress or a coat or a jumper, but to accessorise with it, bang on trend. 85 carats, they're 7mm, it's a stunning 18cm strand, bright berry pink, BRU 42, loads of lustre, luscious rich berry pinks, just gorgeous. And again, I know it sounds like, oh, well, but the pinks of that rose gold, very pretty indeed as well, because they just harmonise. Rose pink, and then the chain. Mix in maybe another element, maybe your soutache, just or a bit of wire, you know, mixing in those the different, maybe some gizmo in, you know, mixing in the different effects there you can have with gems and findings and cord or chain. Just lovely. All right, it's brand new. It's BRU42. So let's give you our amazing price. And I've got good quantity because it's a brand new strand, so don't miss out. If you're on the line waiting for those pearls, just say add it to your order for $8.95. Gorgeous, rich saturation, really vivid, really plump, really juicy. It's a really full colour that you can sort of get your teeth stuck into. Won't let you down. That would look particularly gorgeous, I think, with a dark, you know, jet black. Or I've got this wonderful strand if you get time to fit it in, and woo, it's absolutely magnificent. Look at the size of some of those. I'm just, because I grabbed the black there, but not that you necessarily want to put it with graduated, but yeah. Massive 1,000 carat strand there. But with the black, it's gorgeous, isn't it? You could just mix it in with those black gems. Beautiful. Whoa, that's a whopper, isn't it? Gorgeous. Number 13 is some findings, and it's yellow gold plated, and it's shepherd hook earrings, and it's gold plated sterling silver shepherd hooks. Now, you know, earrings, if you do sell your jewellery, or if you're just mad for earrings like I am and wearing them, they're so quick and easy to just create. I mean, you know, if you're having a quick sellout, bring some spare earring hooks, because you can just rustle them up while you were waiting for customers to come to the store, or if you're being inundated and you just think, come back in 5 minutes and I'll make you a pair. And here you can actually see the hallmarking on there as well, on the flattened edge of the shepherd's hook. You can actually just see it there. These are gold-plated silver, and you get 10, so 5 pairs in the pack. And all it is pull towards you or away, like opening a door away or inwards, so you don't compromise the metal or give it, you know, any metal fatigue, and that opens it out. And the ball itself will drop down when you close it and stop it from, you know, the gap opening out or anything like that. And it's also a nice attention to detail, isn't it, in terms of fanciful nature of the design. So 5 pairs of gold-plated shepherd hook earrings, gold-plated silver, I hasten to add. 5 pairs in your pack, and all for $6.95. A deal of £1.40 a pair. Remember, it's gold-plated silver, £1.40. It might just be a few gems on a head pin, maybe that gorgeous, gorgeous tanzanite. You know, you could just think of an eye pin there, mix in a little gold ball or a rose gold. Beautiful on a head pin. Tanzanite pair of gold-plated earrings. Wouldn't they be going for more than maybe $6.95? I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, and then some. Going for the quality, going for the quality. Nice to have a mix. Some people prefer silver, some people like gold. Number 20, let's do that. Oh, sorry, no, I picked up the wrong one. The rainbow hematite. I'll do it, yeah, I've got it. We can do that other one. Look at the size of these. It's a party. Oh, they're going to be on and gone. Do you remember the lovely smaller ones? We had the 4mm ones in the 10-strand bundle we did. These are huge. They're the biggest I've seen for a long time in terms of rainbow hematite. 600 carats. And the 10-strand bundle did sell out. It was a sellout success. Oh, like I'm saying, just don't miss out. Because these are only $8.95. 1 minute you see the gold, the next minute you see the pink, the purple, the lilac, the blue. They're so impressive, and you don't have to use them all together. I mean, they're a fantastic party, but just a few, and they really catch the eye. You know, if you want to create that show-stopping piece to make, you know, the passerby stop and look at what you've got going on. And if you did get the smaller ones, I love mixing up the sizes and keeping them all the same, the rainbow hematites, you know, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. $8.95, a big strand, and perfect as we move into the party season. Let's do the 1,000 carata. Huge! Look at that big boyo in the middle. Fabulous. Oh, that would create such a tassel. Such a tassel. Look at that one. It's like the size of a tyre on a tractor. Huge. They're all beautiful. They graduate. Oh, I'm loving that one because of the sort of a zigzaggy shape and style on it. This is black agate, and you can see the matrix of the pink quartz. So you've got your very fine microcrystalline agate where you can't see the crystal makeup, and then the much bigger macrocrystalline crystal structure where you can see the actual crystals, crackle effect there of your quartz. Beautiful, isn't it? And then when you run a pink dye through it, that's when you pick out that quartz even more. Pick out those lovely pinks. They look like, looks like candy floss strands, doesn't it? All graduated right down to 12 by 8. Beautiful. And it's $9.95 and it's proved very popular. Very popular. Loads of gems on that strand. Loads of gems you could do loads with. So impressive. Could be just one amazing big chunky necklace. All for under £10. 1,000 carats. DUGP08. Please don't miss out. It's a penny per carat. That boyo there, I mean, gosh. It's huge. It's got to be. Well, just thinking, looking at the carat weight, really, just trying to guess how big the carat weight is. 1,000 carats. It's got to be over 100 carats. It's got to be over 100 carats. Amazing. Anyway, got to move on because I'm low in quantity. And I'm moving on to this amazing garnet. I got the chance to see it the other night in the faceted triangles. And when you put them end to end, it looks like a little bow tie. These are the faceted garnet squares. So dynamic, but it's the quality of the garnet I'm interested in for you. KLYY15, those wine-rich colours, mulled wine. We're moving into the mulled wine season. Look at the shimmer. Look at the shine. Look at the luster. Deanna's discovered she can make mulled wine in her slow cooker. That stands to reason, doesn't it? That's how you do yours?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's just facto amazing tonight, isn't it? Well, it would be because it would be a lovely even temperature,
yep.
And it would stay like that, and it would slowly ferment.
You can do it in the slow cooker, in the. Did Deanna say the pressure cooker? Or
no, the slow cooker.
The slow cooker. You can do it in the pressure cooker as well. But yeah, the slow cooker we do ours.
You've done it in the pressure cooker?
Yeah. If you want it done really quickly. Yeah, you put it on. You put the slow cooker on for a couple of hours, and the whole house smells amazing. I'm
going to do that because I've got a slow cooker, but I never thought put mulled wine in it.
Yeah.
Making me mulled wine. There we go. That's what I'll be doing now. Especially, that's what you want to do when you want to sell your house, isn't it? Make everything smell amazing. It's like when you bake bread or something. You just that lovely, welcoming smell. Oh, but talking about wine, look at this colour. Look at this quality. Oh, and do you know what? The size of the strand. You know, it's a 32 centimetre strand. It's like our regular lengths, and the quality of the garnet is gemstone jewellery quality. It really is. So what we're about to do for the price is and it's those lovely rich, we're talking about mulled wine and thinking of the festive season, but it is those rich colours, those wine colours, those mulled wine colours, and garnets, for me, sum that up in terms of colour of the reds. Hollyberry reds, wine reds, rich Christmassy reds, and again moving into January, you've got the birthstone nailed there. 65 carats and an incredible price for that super long, very gems of distinction strand. And giving away of under £7, this should be £7. This would be cracking at $9.95, let alone $6.95. $16.95 would be a fair price for garnets of this quality. They're real gemstones and they're real quality, not to be underestimated. But you know that, you're there buying 2 or 3. Well done on the web, well done on the phone lines. Moving on. Beautiful. Oh, I've not seen the lemon quartz like this. They look like little tapered skirts. So pretty. don't know why I turned them around. I thought, is there a flatter edge? Yes, there is. I'll show you why I did that. Because of the faceting, the checkerboard faceting. It's almost like on the front of a skirt, trapezoid almost. Look at those. I'll tell you why I turn them around, because if I lay them there, can you see they can lay flat? That is because, if I just show you, the surface on the underside is there. You can see that luster, that big table. Yeah? So it's a lovely flat square, whereas the front, if I just show you a side on, see how it's faceted in a concave, isn't it? Concave is inward, concave is outwards. Convex, sorry, I thought concave. Convex, in a convex. So you see it opens out, whereas that is flat. So these are beautiful. They're like a little parcel, aren't they? Like a cushion. Beautiful. Look at the quality of that lemon quartz. I've never seen a cut like that. I've seen like the trapezoid, the little square, but not with a flat underside and then a convex checkerboard little cushion top. Very pretty. I mean, that is a perfect setting to set inside. We did the rubber mould the other day for the swags, and I'm just thinking of setting into your silver clay, or you know, your enamel or your resin, because you've got that. It's almost like you could create a sort of a brooch surround or a pendant frame. Again, for a ring, lovely, really dynamic, but beautiful anyway, the way they're drilled horizontally at the top for your necklace, because you can see how you get some of the big ones in the middle and then some smaller ones, just big, small, big, small. That would be such a dynamic piece of jewellery in terms of a necklace, really would. Because big to small to big to small, and then graduating. Beautiful that on the neckline. Oh, should be $14.95, but we've got a price slash. Aren't they beautiful? Bit of black onyx in between, striking, all the way down to under £10. I know. Absolutely delightful, big saving, magnificent quality, magnificent cut. I'm thinking of loads of ideas we could do with these. And price slashed as well, so it's like a double whammy, it's a win-win. EJRU04, under £10, not to be missed. Half an hour of the show to go. Number 19, you'll want these as soon as you see them, so stay on the line and order. Look at these magnificent pearls. The ones we had earlier flew out. These are even bigger. They're called more of a potato pearl just because they've got more of a baroque shape. Look at the size of these. I think the ones I had earlier were 8 by 9. These are 10 by 9. Even bigger. Just as much beauty. Luxurious pearls not to be missed. Look at the size of them. They are magnificent. WNGP 78. They really are huge. I just want to put my hand into the show here just so you get a sense of proportion. Look at the luxury of those. Look at the size of them. Massive, aren't they? Aren't they beautiful? And here comes your incredible prize for such quality. Look at the, don't mean just look at that as a bracelet. $11.95 for 10mm pearls. Could be 2 perfect stretchies, or a lovely cuff bracelet, or a pair of earrings in a neck. Oh, you know how you're going to use those pearls. Quintessential elegance. Quintessential elegance. Bring it bang up to date with a, you know, modern chain. Low in stock though. First come, first serve. Good luck, everybody. $11.95. Love that. Don't forget that lovely rosary chain is coming up as well. Okay. My rose gold stash is coming up. And it is Botswana! And it's the most magnificent Botswanas, the largest ovals. Everyone's a winner. Everyone could be a beautiful pendant. Can you see why I love it so much? Again, I want to put it with the rose gold coming up. Look at those patterns. Natural. The royal agate. Again, hold them up to the light. You see the wave upon wave of sediment, you know, the little sedimentary layers. Oh my word, what we're about to do is disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. Shocking behaviour. show you through how everyone is a beauty to behold. Should be $11.95, going for a song. Oh, that would be, again, I think great for the gents jewellery. That in the middle of a, you know, a macrame bracelet or a singular pendant with some hemp cord or hessian, you know, or suede cord, because it's such a striking individual pendant, isn't it? Beautiful, but then I love them anyway. And they've been price slashed for you to experience the quality. 370 carats. Don't miss out. My rose gold stash is coming up next. It is my half-8 showstopper. And we've got that tanzanite as our finale night out. Now in this stash, I've been showing you over again the rose gold plated rosary chain, but there's lots more to this stash as well. So let's take you through all the components. So here we've got the rose gold plated copper rosary bead chain. It is 52 centimeters, just over half a meter in length, and it's rose gold plated copper. And that's the chain I featured over and over again in the show tonight. So it's very dynamic, as you can see from the links in between. It can be cut into smaller, shorter pieces, but it's such a fantastic chain to work with. Then we've got the rose gold flash sterling silver bead point mini spacers, which I believe, and they are 4mm. So I'm just going to get a few loaded up here for you. If I can get them standing on their side, you can see they're like little flowers. Is that, can you see that at home? Can you see that, Ben? Yeah? And you get 25 of those. Very pretty indeed. 25, they're like little flowers with the little rondelles on the end. So 25 of those. Then we've also got the carabiners. And these are big as well. These are sizable. These are rose gold plated, rose gold lobster claw, rose gold plated silver. I just want to differentiate it because this is plated rose gold silver. So our little mini point spacers were rose gold flash, and these are rose gold plated sterling silver jump rings that are, sterling silver lobster claws, and you get 5 of those. Then we've got the rose gold plated sterling silver open jump rings. Open, so they're already pre-snipped. So these are 7mm. There we go. And you get 50 of those. Yeah, so 50 of those, 7mm, and as I said, already pre-snipped. This is a big stash, so bear with me. Then I've got the sterling silver rose gold plated. I'm just bringing them to the forefront here so you can see them. Crimps. I'm just cheekily dancing off the table there. Let's gather them all in. And they're sizable crimps as well, as you can see. These are 40 of these. They're 3 by 2 millimeters. Just trying to get a few more in shot there so you can see the size there. 40 of those rose gold plated silver. Now you've also got the eye pins as well. There they are. And these are rose gold plated sterling silver eye pins, 2.5 centimeters in length. So there they all are. There's 25 of those. So lots of those as well. Just hang him up there like that. Then you've also got, last but not least, let's move to the edge of my black so you can see them. It's one of the most comprehensive rose gold bundles we've done. These lovely little rings there that you can see. And these are rope effect spacers. There's 10 of them. They're 6mm across, and it's rose gold flash sterling silver. So to take you through it all again, rose gold flash sterling silver rope effect spacers, 10 of those. Rose gold flash sterling silver mini point spacers, 25 of those little flowers. Rose gold plated sterling silver eye pins. Rose gold plated sterling silver jump rings. Sterling silver lobster claw clasp. Rose gold plated 5 of those. Rose gold plated sterling silver crimp beads. And rose gold plated rosary bead chain. That is a copper chain with rose gold plated 5, about half a metre, 52 centimetres. It's a lot to get through, I know, but we got there together. Thank you for your patience. It's a lot of silver, a lot of rose gold. I just wanted to differentiate between your rose gold flash, your sterling silver. The only thing that isn't silver is the copper chain, the rosary chain, but it's rose gold plated. And you know, with the essence of copper, that gives you gold in the alloy. The rose gold look is more expensive anyway, because it's a more expensive process, and copper is anyway to add to gold. What on earth are we going to do for this comprehensive stash? I've never seen so much rose gold in a stash in terms of, you know, a comprehensive mix of items. Let's bring you the amazing saving under £30 for 160 pieces. Rose gold on silver, remember, with the exception of the copper chain. Rose gold on silver. And that is 160 pieces. That is phenomenal, isn't it? Because you could argue it's about 20p a piece for under £30. Looks like I've got less than 20 of these remaining, because everybody was jumping on the phone line and on the website. Well, it was taking me an age to get through them, quite frankly, because there was so much to talk to you about and show you. You can see that is a big stash. So there is a queue on the phone line. Thank you for your patience. While we're just there, very quickly, can I just show you my tanzanite? Because this is beautiful. It would work so beautifully with the rose gold you've very kindly chosen to have. It's also part and parcel of a little silver stash coming with it. But look at the jewellery that can be made, because it's my night owl. Look how they've created a beady bead with the tanzanite rondelles and the beady silver beads, and then created this lovely long necklace. And that's only using a fraction of the tanzanite. This was created by Rosanna, our beady beader. Isn't that a beautiful set? And she had tanzanite left over as well. So just goes to show you that is a night owl not to be missed. Set with silver shepherd hooks there. I'm about to do my challenge kit, but before I do that, I want to fit in a little cheeky. Hold the lines if you're still waiting there, because I don't want you to miss out. I'm just moving on to keep filling the time so that you don't feel like, you know, you're waiting if you've got that. This is beautiful. Remember I told you earlier about now is the time to get your spinel. I spoke the other week how Mr. Bennett wrote on his blog how the Mahenge mine, his good friend Mark, has just, with a tear in his eye, announced that, you know, he's closed the spinel mine in the Mahenge region of Tanzania. This is where my partner went last August, and saw them mine the spinel there. This is your spinel. And the mine has closed now because it wasn't, basically, it didn't cover his costs unless he could charge basically £500 per carat of spinel. So another fabulous gem, you could argue, comes to an end unless a new source is found, because the increasing costs of labour, of having to dig deeper, of less and less being found, you know, it's got to cover your mining costs. We have an amazing 115 carats. This is one of my all-time favourites. Always told you time and time again about my infamous black spinel ring being worth 4 figures when I bought it for 3. And look at this carat weight. This is a much collective bigger carat weight than the singular spinel I have in this ring I have in yellow gold, actually, with white sapphires. And the valuation came back at over £1,000 because a lady I happened to bump into on the Gem Experience had bought the same ring and had hers valued. And little did I know, I paid just over £100 from Gems TV. I'm not ashamed to say it because I love it. It's my favourite. It's the one that always gets noticed. And the centre of it is a big black spinel. I wish I still had the carat weight, but silly me, must have done away with the gem card. All I'm saying is, before the prices start to rise, because that is my prediction, whether you take it or leave it, simply because of that Mahenge mine closing, please don't miss out on this prince, this absolute fantastic, rich, black, the angels are dancing on the surface. The quality supersedes black diamonds 1,000 times over. Extremely valuable, now proven to be even rarer. Have it while we have the stock. Do not miss out on this show-stopping $10.95. We are limited already. It was my big alarm warning because it came through on Steve's blog. If you've been watching on his Facebook page and liking his Facebook page, you'll see his up-to-date blogs while he's been travelling and gem hunting the last 3 weeks. You will see I've got less than 40 remaining. All I can say is grab it, grab it, grab it, because I don't know if we can ever bring it to you again or ever at a price that is as low as this. because we're not, you know, saying, okay, given this information which we have firsthand, let's rise it, you know, let's make a quick buck. No, we're still giving it to you. We're honouring the savings we can bring you here at Jewellery Maker. And at the end of the day, prices aside, it is absolutely beautiful, as is that cut. I mean, just look at that big beauty in the eye that keeps catching your eye. Earrings to be made. And you can tell everybody the story, you can tell everybody the rarity. Please don't miss out. This with the Tanzanite, I've died and gone to gem heaven. My goodness, the prices we could... Oof. Oh, Barnaby will be investigating, won't he? We have to find out the conclusion to the story while we're doing the Tanzanite. Let's do a quick revisit of a brand new kit that Mark's been working on. We'll look at the jewellery, but we've got so much to fit in. I'm going to apologise in advance for being so speedy, Mark, but he'll forgive me when he knows he's got the conclusion of the Midsummer to bring us. Right, Tiger's Eye. That is so striking. There is a queue on the line for the spinel. Stay there, stay there, stay there. At the moment, fingers crossed, I think you're going to be all successful, but I don't like to say that in case someone's there ready to buy 4 or 5. So at the moment, given the volume of people on the line, there is enough stock, but it depends if someone is in front of you buying 2 or 3. So good luck, everybody, but stay there because so far it's looking good. Alrighty, Tiger's Eye. We've got, excuse me, this is called, what is this called, by the way? Bronze Goddess. And what looks like shell pearl. We've got Tiger's Eye, look at those. Puffy squares that are 2 centimetres by 2 centimetres, fantastic chatoyancy. 530 carats. Added to that, we have the 2mm Tiger's Eye, that very similar, well, it was 2mm one that we had in our bundle, didn't we? Carat-wise, this is what, about 8 carats? 10 carats, there you go, 10 carats of the 2mm Tiger's Eye. We also have the shell, small nuggets with lovely peaches and caramels in there, tying in beautifully, 10 by 5mm. And my real berry red, holly berry red coloured quartz, 35 carats, 4mm faceted rounds. Added to that, you have the bronze beading thread, monofilament and stretchy elastic, 6 meters. And you also have your 98 pieces of antique bronze plated copper findings. All the essentials, all for an incredible price. Everything you need to get started in one great kit, under £15, TFGC02. That's how easy it is to get started with a brand new hobby. 4 strands, the beading materials, the findings. Even if you wanted to take apart those components and think, I'm going to use the findings for something else, I'll use the gem strands when I want. You don't have to use the kit altogether, but that is Mark's remit. We've bundled it together to make it affordable. He's bundled it together to make some gorgeous jewellery, but of course you can actually take those components apart because you know you've got the saving there and add to it at your leisure for under £15. I'm loving that. Now this is this necklace I know you made earlier, Mark, because it's been catching my eye throughout the whole show. It's these loops I love that you've done with the chain.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Laying
it's
the
really
Tiger's Eye
technique.
flat.
It's very Edwardian, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Downturn, and I made the
It's
little
very...
rosary chain.
Oh,
all the way
look.
along the back, using the eye pins and head pins from the kit.
Clever. So you've actually used a bit of the chain and dotted it with one of the actual quartzes, and then, as you said, the eye pins to create a bit of chain there.
I love making my own rosary chain like that, whether it's with wire or with its components with the kit. Oh, I love it. It's very delicate.
And this offsets and shows the beauty of the Tiger's Eye perfectly. How
Beautiful.
gorgeous is that? So a 1 to the 2 to the 3. Lovely symmetry. And then a fabulous pair of earrings to match. You just cheekily just put the chain, added the chain on the back there. Oh.
Well, I hoped it was going to hang differently, but it didn't. So I've jiggled it. What I was hoping to do, if I can just lean across, was that one would hang like that. You see, but it fell flat, and I didn't like that. So I changed my mind and put a shepherd's pin at the end and drape them across the back. So it's
lovely.
Something a bit different.
Well, a happy accident.
Happy accident, yes.
Beautiful, and again, showcasing the Tiger's Eye perfectly. And then, you see, again, you've made your little chain there with those...
It's a really nice set, isn't it?
With the bracelet, yeah. Because you've got to show off that chatoyancy, haven't you? And you've made your own chain there again. They've got a real pop, those quartzes, haven't they?
They're amazing. Absolutely beautiful.
Like little berries. Yeah. And some very fancy knit going on here.
Well, story behind this, another happy accident. I wanted to make a necklace I didn't have enough beads, I didn't have the right length to do as many fronds as I wanted, so I used 8 strands of beading thread as my lazy.
Right.
And then I used what was in effect about 4 foot of crocheted beading thread here. I've used beading thread, and I've done every 5 stitches I've incorporated a bead, and I've used that as my macrame working strand. So I've actually macrameed
around
with the crocheted work, and I think it looks lovely. I'm really pleased with it.
It's like we were describing earlier, like not like a bird's nest, but the way that the gems just dotted about, they just hang sort of
it works
suspended.
really well. So I may do this again because I really like this. The first time I've done it, like as I said, it was an accident. I really like it.
It looks like a lovely silk thread, that does, doesn't it? I love the way they just drop haphazardly.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with that.
Beautiful.
And it's really sturdy. It's very strong, and it's beading thread, so it's not going to snap.
Looks like a lovely cashmere sort of wool knit.
Yes, yes.
With the gems in. That is so pretty. There's a lovely delicacy to it.
And I've got 7 tiger's eye left, and I haven't even started the white
oh my goodness, I've
shell.
got all about the lovely shell.
So that's another 2 strands.
2mm.
So I've got complete 2 strands plus 7 of the tiger's eye and findings left.
And not enough time to get to do it all.
No. Never mind.
And you've got to tell us the climax of the Midsummer story.
Oh gosh.
Well,
okay.
keep thinking about that. We'll have to fit it. What I'll do is when I bring the night out, the Tanzanite, you can talk over it and tell us the conclusion.
Okay.
Well, everybody get the Tanzanite because it's unmissable. I've still got to crowbar a little bit more in, but thank you, darling.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
I'm sorry to rush you.
No, not at all.
We will get those designs uploaded onto the website. So come this way, there's more to bring you, and we will give you the last exciting instalment of Midsummer Madness. Right, darling, are we going to do those 3 pearls, 3 strands? First, she wants to do number 8. Oh, have you seen these 5-petal flower clear quartzes? Oh, they're so pretty. Now there's a queue because of the kit being such a fantastic price and because your design's been so fantastic. So we know there's a queue. Stay there, don't hang up. We know you're there, you're going to be successful. We want you to be successful. It's under £15. And what you can do when you get answered is add this to your order. Or probably you're doing both. You're on the phone and on the net so you don't miss anything. Good for you. Here they are, the 5-petal flower quartzes. Oh my goodness, we need more strands like this. Look at the light. It's the first time I've seen this kind of cut in the white quartz. It's a pretty flower, isn't it? I mean, we had the flat kind of quartz, pink quartz earlier, but that was flat on the front and flat on the back, wasn't it? But these are more undulating, the surface of them. I hope that's translating on the screen because I've not seen that before. BWG P82, they're absolutely delightful. I just like a couple on a little hairpin would be so pretty. Or just, you know those lovely berry quartzes you just got in that last kit? Just one of those either side in between. Oh, that would be so pretty. Or with that fine thread, and we were just talking about knitting, just wind over and just have it in the middle. Or one of those little tiger's eyes in the middle, you know, like the little centre of the flower. It'd be so pretty. They're gorgeous, aren't they? They're so delightful. 130 carats BWG P82. Oh, don't miss out. They're so sumptuous. Their clarity is flawless when you pair them all together like that. Wouldn't they be pretty on the bridal jewellery? On the tiaras, on the end of the little winding tiaras and hair combs and, you know, hairpins. So pretty in your designs. I love them, but we're limited in the stock because everybody loves them. They're $11.95. Put them with your pearls. Put them with everything. They're going to go with everything. Look at that. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. Oh, they're gorgeous. I'm going to bring you those pearls in a minute. I'm going to bring you some more, though. Limited stock. Good luck, everybody. Put them with the Tanzanites. Ah, Sillimanite, but you've never seen it like this. Only on Gems TV. Sorry, Jewellery Maker. Where am I? It's the first time I'd seen it, where it's the white Sillimanite, because often we've seen it. This is Kerala Sillimanite, by the way, in a kind of a brown, you know. But this is purest, high grade of the Sillimanite. Isn't that beautiful? There is a fantastic. There's this kind of like, it almost looks like they've had a mystic coating, but it's just that, you know, the way kyanite has a kind of a pearlescence, a silvery pearlescence. It's not pearlescence, but it kind of looks like it. It's the same with the Sillimanite. You can see it, and just look at that with your pearls. They kind of, you've got pearlescence, and then you've got that lovely gloss sort of finish to the silimonite. It's so pretty. We haven't given it a coating, but that's almost what it looks like, you know, with the way the luster, the way it carries off it. It's truly, truly remarkable. And up until Jewellery Maker, I'd never seen a strand of silimonite like it. Gorgeous, really gorgeous. Because it's opaque, but then there's that wonderful, irrepressible luster. VCR U54 limited, very rare, very affordable at $17.95, because that is top quality. Like I said, the only other quality I've ever seen, it's almost like cat's eye silimonite, and it's been a dark greyish brown. So it just goes to show you the beauty we've got here. One more before the pearls and then the tanzanite. Couldn't pass up the chance for canary yellow sapphires. How could we? I mean, just look at them. They're just so gorgeous. Look at those bright yellow canary sapphires. The most beautiful, gorgeous yellows. I mean, this is the bird on the rock, the Jean Schlumberger yellow diamond. I mean, that's the colour of it. I've seen it in Tiffany's in New York. That's the colour. It's just bright, vivid hue. I mean, look at the pure brilliance and orange, not orange, yellow, canary yellow, neon yellow. Look at the quality of those sapphires. They're a joy to the heart. They light up your life, quite frankly. Put those with the white quartz flowers. Oh, the daisy heaven, the daisy magic, you know, sunshine with the lilac blues of your tanzanite, the jewellery we could make. Oh, they're just sensational. I love them. They are like yellow diamonds. The hue is so beautiful and vivid and spot on. There's a really big one there, by the way. They graduate up. And then, they're just amazing. The brilliance, look at the brilliance, look at the clarity. We don't often see the bright yellow sapphires, do we? 15 carats, BEGZ, 14. Put a spring in your step, they would. Ooh, 15 carats for under £30. No wonder it's limited stock. That is amazeballs. Big carat weight, big on quality, big on colour. Look at them. Could make beautiful jewellery with those, could we? Beautiful. They are beautiful. I'm just thinking of those pretty tanzanite beady earrings we've got. You could do the same with the little yellow gold spacer balls, and you know, just you're only using a few, aren't you? Sapphire earrings. That's the way to go. Because you're only using a few of them.
Absolutely.
Your little yellow gold balls with those, and then we'd leave our silver balls for our tanzanite, and our rose gold balls for our, you know, pink sapphires and rubies we had earlier. We've got to do the pearls, haven't we? Let's do the pearls. Quick as we can. Got to have the climax of Midsummer Murders. Midsummer Madness, rather. The new series here on Jewellery Maker. Who was the killer? Three strands of those rich autumnal pearls, the traditional ivory white, the gorgeous sun-burnished orange, and the conquered chestnut browns. VIGC 75, 3 strands, and then we're going to bring you the tanzanite plus your silver beady balls. Under £10 for all 3 strands. It's a win-win. It's a win-win, Mark. It's a win-win. Very controversial, because we can actually, you know, use the autumnal colours and then maybe keep the traditional whites. Get 2 sets, and then you can make the bracelet, earrings, necklace set with the white if you want to go traditional, and then soup it up with those gorgeous autumnal bronzes and golds. But I love them all together. I just love them.
Make some amazing Halloween jewellery, wouldn't they? If you're going out,
yeah, peachy pumpkins. Yeah, pumpkin-shaped earrings, and yeah, that'd be lovely. Under £10. Is it time? I'm going to join Mark for this, so Ben, if you could just, while the night owl is twittering, let's have the climax of the show. It's my tanzanite strand, top quality. Incredible rondelles. We've got Rosanna's beady beading here with those lovely earrings and the necklace. Just an idea of some of the jewellery you can make from it, and the delicacy of the design, I think, brings out well, it says it's exquisite, it says expense, but it's also showcasing the prettiness of that tanzanite, and you're only using a fraction of the strand, aren't you?
It's incredible.
Because those faceted silver balls as well, they are like glitter balls, aren't they? We're going to give you those as well. We're going to give you those as well. How many are in the pack, darling? 20, is it? 40, even better.
Wow.
3mm faceted sterling silver beads. And our tanzanite here is 18 centimetres and it is 15 carats. Oh, look at the sparkle on that. BWG C16. I say let's get a price on, and then we'll have the narration of the Midsummer Madness episode. But look at that, just very briefly, look at that quality of that tanzanite. We've got to get it, haven't we? December's birthstone. It's fantastic quality. It's clear. Do you see any inclusions, Mark?
Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing.
Just loads of sparkle. We'll see the blues by daylight, the rich purples by evening light. Again, a very pleiochroic gemstone, and it's graduated there and becomes bigger, because we said the smaller ones we could have fitted in that little caged heart. That was your idea, wasn't it? It's an ample strand, but you are getting 40 of the silver faceted balls as well. Basically absolutely free. We're throwing those in as a little extra design idea.
Because you didn't need 4 of those per earring of the little ball, so that's 5
right,
pairs of earrings.
Counted that up, yeah.
Yeah. And you'd have masses of tanzanite left as well.
How many tanzanite are in each ball?
It's 12 beads for a beady bead, so 4 silver and 8 tanzanite.
And then 8 tanzanites. Yeah. That's how little you've used of your strand. And then there's been another 3 beady beads for the necklace. So we can make that jewellery all over again. $21.95 for the quality of your tanzanite. And we were just saying again, if you were reading Steve's blog on his Facebook page, that prices of tanzanite rising again because the mines have closed down there for a couple of weeks because they were struggling to get the explosives to actually detonate and release the rock and from the rock face and get the tanzanite out, because they're digging deeper, it's getting more costly. So we have to get it now while it's still at this affordable price, while we've sourced it. So please don't miss out. Loads you on the phone line there, and here comes the conclusion to Midsummer Madness. So
the tussle is in the bar. We have Barnaby versus Barnaby. There is a scuffle. Barnaby peels back a mask to reveal Tom Cruise, and in the background you hear the Mission Impossible music. More tussle, more tussle, more tussle, and out from behind the bar stands a very glamorous lady who looks across the bar and says, "Get out of my pub!" Dum, 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 dum.
Was it Mrs. Gibbons resurrected, or
It was.
Oh!
In the form of Peggy.
She was faking it.
Yep.
So what was the microfilm and the pearls about?
We still don't know. That's the cliffhanger.
Oh, that's the cliffhanger.
Yes.
So we have to wait until we meet again to be continued.
Yeah.
Oh, you tease.
Yes.
It's such a tease. I want to hear the conclusion.
Barbara Windsor is the secret.
Gibbons. And we don't know who the Lothario is yet. He's yet to come into play.
Yet to come into play.
It's all still to come. Heavens above. Thank heavens we've reached a conclusion on the tanzanite offer, though. BWGC 16. 50% of the stock has already been allocated. Please don't miss out, especially for those December gifts, which we know this gemstone is synonymous with. And it's the quality of this strand. We've had the lovely drops, haven't we? But they're let's face it, they're slightly more opaque. That's not a criticism, because we perhaps had a bigger volume of carat weight. But this is the quality we have in our jewellery. And when I saw it the other day, I said, I know we grade our tanzanite as well, and tanzanite is graded. I give it, the A plus, the double A plus there, the double A I should say, just because the richness there of that tanzanite, the depth of colour, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Have fun with your beady beads. I mean, those designs are only to inspire you. The lovely sort of little nest idea you did, they would just sit perfectly
absolutely.
in that lovely beading thread, that knitting idea with the macrame there that Mark did for that last kit. Gorgeous ideas, but again, it's about getting it while it's affordable, getting it while we got it in stock, especially if you're industrious like Mark and you make ahead of your time. You want to get it done now in time so you can relax and enjoy the lead up to the festive months. or it is your birthstone. Why not treat yourself? Because I don't know anywhere I could get tanzanite jewellery for that price other than our sister channel, and maybe I wouldn't be able to afford the ring and the earrings. In fact, I'd say the earrings would probably be £30, let alone £21.95, and those bead earrings in the silver, you're using only a fraction of each. Do you get the 40 silver balls free? Mark, when you're with us again, darling? Next.
I am in Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Monday morning.
Monday morning. Monday. We look forward to it. And if you'd love to do a workshop with Mark, as Joanne has experienced, then do ring the call centre, and all the workshops are outlined on our Jewellery Maker website as well. So you can have the one-to-one tuition as well. Have a great evening. Have a lovely night. Have a great weekend. Hope you'll join us for the live show at 9 o'clock. Thank you to Mark.
Thank you.
And have a lovely evening. We'll see you again soon.
Bye-bye.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Hello and welcome to Jewellery Maker on this Thursday morning. It's nearly the weekend, can you believe it? We're going to be with you until 1 o'clock. I'm Jenny Cleary, and today